I always buy like a size, like one size bigger.
Why?
Just because I don't want them too tight.
He wants to grow into it.
No, I don't want to grow into it. I lost some weight and I feel good about myself. But yeah, it's just
and you should always feel good about yourself.
I do. I feel good right now.
Unless you're murdering somebody.
Oh,
you should not feel good about yourself.
Yeah,
you should not feel so good about yourself.
I don't plan on murdering anybody. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't want to talk about possibly murdering. This is like premeditated, right? like you guys aren't catching me in this fucking bullshit. I'm being serious.
That's the guy down there.
Oh yeah, and then okay, yeah, Mr. Law student.
Do you throw out like stuff for them? Like, oh, well, that's a Scribner's error. Do you do that for them?
I don't even know what a Scribner's error is.
Silver dollar word, folks. All right.
This isn't a silver dollar word. That's a golden dollar. Like what?
So
you got the $2 words. Right
the man of 1,000 words. What is a Scribner?
I'm gonna hit you so hard you won't see nothing. Ever, 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 ever.
Audio skulls all day.
The merit scientist lab. The merit scientist lab. The merit scientist lab. The merit scientist lab.
You can't have an opinion on something that you haven't even tried.
Exactly.
The merit scientist lab. The merit scientist lab. Merit scientist lab.
I don't know. There are homeless people. And so they brought it up. And so if you lived in your car, would you keep it? Would you live in the parking garage? Would you park there at night? Or would you park like off in the cut somewhere where nobody could find you?
Probably where nobody could find me.
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah. Does that, I mean, what do you think?
I don't want people.
The cost of a parking garage, though, I think would be tough for a homeless person as well.
Well, if you could find a free one, like Springfield Mall.
Oh, okay.
But then you got to worry
I
about
was thinking more like
patrols,
if you're in
right?
the
Arrested by
DC.
patrols.
Yeah,
cops coming around, that kind of stuff.
Or what if you got to like take a leak or,
Like you
take
want
a deuce?
Yeah. Well, the thing is, like, you want to be around something if anything goes down, but you also don't want to like get harassed by people.
Yeah, no. So I was like and we like talked about this for like 15 minutes, and I was like, yeah, you just want to live in the cut. But speaking of cut, let me cut to the camera, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to episode. I'm sorry, I
think I'm a professional now.
I think I am a professional. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 101. Yes, 101 of the Mad Scientist Lab podcast. As always, it is I, RJ, the pizza guy, along with Jared, the visual mad scientist. And we are joined by not one, but two guests today. Our good friend Josh has returned. Hello, hello.
Hola.
AKA LawLuss.
LawLuss.
Show the shirt.
LawLuss.
Show the shirt.
Yeah, show this. LawLuss. And my good friend Peter has decided to just show up with Peruvian food. And what is the name of the drink that you had?
Oh, chicha morada.
Oh, that's the Peruvian.
Yeah. So it's pretty damn good. Thank you for the food, man.
You're welcome.
Thanks for coming over. Nice to have you guys. You are our first guests on the new slate since, this is 101 and whatnot. And big thank you to everybody that came out last week and everybody that's liked and shared the show. Definitely appreciated.
Oh, I was supposed to look that.
And subscribed.
Oh, yeah. Please subscribe for the love of God. Yeah, there's the
Over
button.
here.
There's the button. It's very important that you do that. So, let's go on. So you guys all agree that you would, like, stay in the cut, right?
Yeah. So I'll tell you, one night I was out of the house and, I was going to be out all night, right? But the place that I decided to sleep in my car at was just like a little shopping center. Like, actually, it was the Shoppers, or what used to be Shoppers.
Yeah.
Down in Lorton.
Oh, in Lorton.
Oh, man.
I thought you were talking about
Low life.
over where Lucky's was, because I'd be like, you'd be fine over there.
Yeah. Ain't nobody going to bother you in there because everybody's 2 sheets to the wind already. There's probably multiple people that probably slept in their car in that lot, and we probably know some of them. If we were not one of them. I don't know what's wrong with my mic. Oh, there it goes. That's a lot better.
Oh, there.
Oh, there. You can hear me. more loud and clear.
Many times we've done this. I think you would know how the mics
Dude,
work by now.
if it was up to me, I would extend it like out to here.
I know, but
it's gonna fall.
Yeah, we're
need-
gonna have to fix that.
When
Had
they
a
say
nickel
the
for every
third-
time.
Yeah.
He told you that.
Peter, do you have like a wooden table like that you don't want?
Wooden table. I think I have a steel table.
It's made of steel.
Yeah.
Do you want it?
Stainless steel table?
I'll give you $50 for it.
What do you want a table for?
So we can. Yeah, so the mic's gonna be like
because
mounted
this
correct.
plastic doesn't
hold the weight very well. Yeah.
Well, you might have seen these steel tables before. So
Yeah. Hey man.
I don't think these will fit on those.
Oh man, it stinks, dude.
No, we'll get one. We don't have to.
No, there's no way they would let you take one and like just bring it to me.
Plus, actually, these arms are shitty anyway. We need like professional ones. The good ones are like $150, $200
For just the arm?
Yes.
Wow. Things are expensive, folks. Things are expensive.
And they're only going to get more expensive.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, especially right now.
Mm-hmm.
And real quick, before we continue, shout out to Jay Joseph. Thank you for my little beer mug that I got from Hawaii.
Aloha.
He went to an entire almost a different country, and he brings you back some American shit.
Hey, isn't that not what it's? It's real American, dude.
I guess.
Thank you,
I'd
Sir
rather have
Joseph.
like some, I don't know.
Look at it. It's like a little beer.
Thought it would been like little
got some liquor
palm
in it.
trees or something.
Yeah,
something
American.
festive about that area.
Yeah.
So cheers to that. Dude, this thing is awesome. I was drinking my beer out of it the other night.
I know, looking like a freaking retarded child.
I was at the bar literally
I
pouring
probably
my
can't
beer
say
into this.
that.
All right.
I'm actually trying to grow plumerias in my house right now.
Okay, first of all, you need to explain what the hell a plumeria is.
Yeah, I was going to say, what is that?
And I'll get to that.
All
the
right.
plumerias are the, when you go to Hawaii and you get the lays.
Yes.
And when you get off the
That's a
plane,
plumeria?
the flowers come off the plumeria.
I thought that was, I don't know why I thought that was the orchid. But yeah, you probably know more than I do.
Well, it's weird because
Trust his expertise.
Yeah.
I'm just
no,
asking.
I went to go see family down in Florida, and there's some guy selling it at like a farmer's market. He's selling the stalks that they cut off of plants out in Hawaii, and they bring them back and they sell them to people.
Oh, nice.
So you can grow them anywhere. It's just you got to make sure like it's inside if you're in like Wisconsin.
Well, yeah, you got to make sure because it needs tropical type weather.
Yeah,
Climate.
hot, humid,
Yeah.
lots of sunlight.
Damn.
I don't think I've
They
ever...
A little greenhouse.
They look
going.
pretty. They smell phenomenal.
I'm going to have to check that out. That sounds kind of cool.
Well, I mean,
They'll
the only
ship them
thing...
to you too. I think that just plumerias. I think that's the name of their website.
Plumeria.com.
Like, something like that.
Yeah.
Well, the only thing I've ever grown in my house is a chia pet. I'm not even lying, dude. What? I'm not like I know people are big on plants.
Your
which is
hair
fine.
doesn't count as a chia pet.
Dude, leave me alone. I can't help that I have hairy legs. And one day we're going to get a picture
what?
of my... What?
How'd you go?
Was it going for your legs?
Yeah.
All right, I don't know what that's supposed to mean, so I'm going to turn my phone over. It is on vibrate, and I'm going to slide it into my left pocket.
And not talking to the mic again.
Yeah, so, but no, the chia pet, I had like the... whatever it was.
Guy
like
with the head.
No, it wasn't the guy. Or it was the guy. It was the guy or one of the little animals.
Was it the Obama one?
No, dude, they have an Obama
Did you see
chia
those?
pet.
No. They had a Barack Obama chia pet for a while. That shit. I almost got one. I was like, this would be kind of cool to have. A little,
Yes, we can. Chia pet.
Yeah,
That is American.
He had this
Yeah.
little.
Let me see what I could
this
sell.
little afro, this
Yeah,
green afro.
Dude, that would be sick. We got to buy one. We're going to buy one, and we're going to put it right there
You
on
just
the
talking
table.
about how things were expensive. Yeah, you would have
Well,
spent
it's a
money at a
chia
chia pet.
And you probably won't even. You probably had to go like eBay it or something. No.
Well, the thing is like the hair got long, so got longer, obviously. And I used to like.
You mean the plant grew?
Yes, the plant grew.
Gotcha.
But I used to give it little haircuts and everything.
That's what you're supposed to do.
I don't know. I was a child. Plants are cool.
Bonsai tree. That's what I really want. I want one of those cool ones that was in Karate Kid.
Growing on the side of the cliff.
Well, no, because I'm not going down that fucking waterfall shit that they went down. But I like the style. Like, what is it like?
Yeah, the wisps. It looks like wisps.
Yeah.
Of clouds. It's phenomenal.
Oh, is that what it is? I thought it was just.
Yeah, no, the way that the arms move and that you see the leaves on it, it looks like the way they did it in the movie, it looks like little wisps of clouds almost.
Okay.
How do you know this?
I consume information that's
okay.
like
Yeah.
crazy.
Are you a gardener as well?
No.
No.
No, well, technically, you're
Well,
you grow
yes,
in
an
areas.
amateur gardener.
Amateur
And I just got these things about a month ago. So,
So how long do they take to, I guess, fully grow, so to speak?
I think it said you just stick them in a pot of sand for like a month, and then you start watering them, and then a couple of months later,
Then
you start getting flowers.
Get a big old beanstalk in your crib.
Not a pot of soil, a pot of sand.
Yeah. Well, you can do cactus. I think it's called succulent soil for soil for succulents, and it's like cacti.
It's the second time in like 2 days that I've heard the word the thing succulent. It was, and I didn't know it was a plant.
Well, it's also a word for something else. It's
Like food.
suppose
It's
it would
like
be.
to be succulent.
yes.
No, but I think Jared's right.
You're
I think was I with you when I heard that word? Succulent?
No, I think I was watching something on TV.
All right. Well, it's not a word that we hear
Aloe
often.
vera,
really?
isn't it? Succulent.
Yes, aloe vera is a succulent.
Yeah.
Yeah, this word's making me uncomfortable. So just saying it over and over is
You don't
really
like
weird.
Are we going to be
succulents?
throwing out like silver dollar words today?
I mean, that's fine with me, as long as we don't self-incriminate ourselves, or at least I don't, because I've done it far too much on this podcast.
RJ does not adopt any statements here on the
No.
podcast. This is purely for entertainment purposes.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Excellent.
Here, we have to cut that into like one just brief.
We put it at the
sound
beginning with sound and everything.
Dude, that would be great. Dude, you just helped us. High five.
Well, that's why he's here,
Yeah. Well, he's here to help out.
to make sure he's even sitting like a lawyer over there.
Yeah. Hey, man.
So
I just
we'll
sit,
write out,
I
so we'll
just
write out the
sit
whole thing.
and the law just comes to me. That's how it happens.
Yeah, hey, man, don't quit your day job, man. Don't quit your day job. So, with that being said, I know that I just saw that you put a mixtape out, dude. Like 2 or 3 days ago. I didn't even know you did music. And if you told me that, I was probably drunk and I forgot. Have you told me that?
Yeah,
before?
I haven't really said that I do music, but
I gotta get you over here.
Oh,
That's why we
I
did
haven't said like, oh, I'm out here doing music or anything. It just happened back in what was December 2020. My friend and I, we like just made a song, and I was like, man, this was fun, and law school is stressful. So let me.
I need an outlet.
Yeah, so I had an outlet, and then I dropped one album mixtape in like early May, and then over the summer while I was doing classes, I made another mixtape and just released that on Thursday. So
Where can we find this mixtape?
oh, you can find it on my SoundCloud.
SoundCloud.
Yeah.
Plug it in, sir. Plug it in.
Just my SoundCloud is Joshua LawLuss, and then you'll find both of the mixtapes there. I made this shirt, and as to a way to promote.
A little marketing action.
Yeah, a little marketing action.
Man, we're rubbing off on everybody.
I know.
We have that effect.
Honestly.
Speaking of marketing, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, yeah, hats. Yeah.
Go to Mad Scientist, what is it? MadScientistMerch.com. Again, marketing, MSM. Everything is, go to MadScientistMerch.com and pre-order your hats today.
Yeah, pre-order your hats.
A lot of people keep telling me they want this hat. They see it around town, and I was going to do them cheaper, but I got enough asks, I guess is the word, for this exact
request.
Yeah, request for this exact.
Did you say
hat.
asks?
No, I was trying to say asks.
Asks.
Oh, maybe I shouldn't be repping this.
No, you're fine. I don't even. What is it?
It's
It looks like Yoda.
It is Yoda.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, there you go.
This is part of the show.
Yeah.
Do or do not. There is no try.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Fucking, that's definitely something Yoda would say.
I find that
I'm at
quote
the-
kind of ironic because
Oh, it's horrible.
only the Sith use or deal in absolutes.
Man,
Isn't it?
don't be coming over here fucking with our minds. I'm serious, dude. I
I'm
got
just
up early
saying.
today, went to work.
Did he not say only the Sith deal in absolutes, and now he's saying do or do not? There is no try. That's an absolute.
But he said that.
yeah,
said
but
that.
he's contradicting. I think he's a Sith.
Oh,
That
there's
hard.
contradictions like crazy.
No, yeah. Yeah, he.
What? My God, my mind is blown, dude.
What? Why is it blown?
I don't know. I've never thought of it from that perspective.
Dog, I'm gonna tell you, every being in the universe, including that universe, is somehow Sithish. Like, there's no perfect. I don't give a fuck. Everybody thinks Yoda's this fucking perfect, fucking baby Yoda. Whatever they are, they still never figured out what they are. The motherfuckers out here eating a mom's eggs and shit.
Oh yeah, but he's a baby. He doesn't know any better.
That doesn't
okay.
anything.
Well, yeah, all right.
Yeah.
It's all about balancing the force.
Oh, let's see. Mind blown stuff. All right. Oh, Black Panther. You know what that is?
You mean the movie?
The movie Black Panther.
Yeah.
Yes. It's a take on an Arthurian tale. King Arthur.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I won't say a spinoff, but like it's a tale about that kind of a thing. The noble king, the righteous king doing, like his thing.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That makes sense.
King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table. Yeah. He doesn't have knights.
Well, yes, he does.
Well,
the women warriors, those are the knights.
Guard.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's guard.
Yeah,
but not still like everybody sits around the table equally as.
No,
as
not
this,
like that.
Because he's still the king, but
they still
have an Arthurian tale.
They still have a strong influence on what he does, though. What T'Challa does.
Yeah.
That's storytelling. Even Star Wars, I think George Lucas said, was based on a few different myths from like Greek myth and all that old shit. I mean, you have to study. You have to study
mythologies.
Yeah, to understand where that shit comes from. But.
There's so many good mythologies from around the world. It's crazy.
Like, give us an example. Because we talk about weird shit all the time. So.
One of the creation stories of in Japan about the man and the woman I'm gonna mess this thing up.
No,
I totally am, because I can't remember it, because it's been 6 months or more since I've heard it. But
6 months or more, this guy.
Man, we can't even remember that. I don't even beginning of the week, dude.
I never even had it the first time.
What's her name? I'd have to look it up to do this.
One you remember, just if you can remember one like off the top of your head.
But one of the creation stories from Japan it's a phenomenal one.
Mm.
Well, dude, mythology in general is just fascinating. Just like, I don't know, just part of history. And just the way...
I'd say it's more philosophy.
Philosophy. Well, I just mean maybe the history behind it.
Why would you call it philosophy?
Yeah, philosophy.
Yeah.
All right,
because
I'm not smart.
because we're trying to, as humans, like all across this whole planet, we try to understand how things work.
Yeah.
And a lot of the times that we used to do it is through mythology, is to trying to understand things.
Yeah, and like that's just a person thinking of, okay, where do we come from? Oh, maybe blah blah blah. This that other thing. So that's why I said philosophy, because that's just you thinking about whatever the thing is.
Where we come from, what's our purpose in life, what's the meaning of the universe, existence, entropy, all that stuff.
What do you think, Peter? Do you think we all just like appeared one day, or do you think we're aliens?
No, I think a higher dimensional being created the 4 dimensions that we exist in right now. I believe in God.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's hard to understand something that's in a higher dimension than you. Because if you look at the first
we're
second...
about to go on some Carl Sagan shit.
Let's do this.
Oh, shit.
So if you look at...
Yeah, I'll drink to that. All right.
All right. So if you look at how the first dimension, second dimension, and third dimension exist, one dimension, basically a line graph of something. Doesn't really... You can't see anything outside of that. 2 dimensions, you have a picture of something. So, what was a good picture to use? The School of Athens. It's a famous painting by Raphael.
Okay.
So, in that picture, you have a bunch of Greek philosophers kind of sitting in the picture, but that's in 2 dimensions. You don't see in 3 dimensions the what exists in those 2 dimensions. You can't see anything further into the 3 dimensions. So, if you move into 3 dimensions, say it's like the Acropolis or something.
Okay.
You can't tell what's going on the backside of that building if you only exist in 2 dimensions.
Okay. Oh, okay. I see where you're going with this. So you move
from 3 dimensions into 4 dimensions, which is time.
All right.
And then somebody who exists only in 3 dimensions and not with the dimension of time can't see what's happening at the Acropolis in 400 BC and 400 AD. There's no concept there's no way to conceive what's happening behind that building in different centuries because because of the way that you exist.
I understand where you're going, what you're saying. I'm not sure if you guys do.
No,
what I took
understand.
away.
All right, go ahead, speak, because I don't know what I'm going to say.
Before you go, Carl Sagan, he had a perfect description of this. He had like a cube, and I'm gonna fuck it up. But I'm not gonna.
Tesseract.
Yeah,
Tesseract. There you go.
And that's how he demonstrated. He had the shadow. He was like, to cast a 2-dimensional shadow, but if you're 2-dimensional, you don't know that third dimension exists, and
you don't know that the square is a cube. Is actually a cube.
Yeah, exactly. So go look it up. Carl Sagan, Tesseract dimensions. You'll understand.
So I believe in God. I think God created the universe that we know.
How many
Interesting
dimensions, though, do you think?
Not a clue.
Right.
And my existence is not dependent on knowing. I'd like to know, but if I don't, then I don't.
Now, I was watching. I just finished watching all 10 seasons of Stargate SG-1,
Which you started on Monday.
No.
I actually bought that box.
Oh,
that box set.
I was telling them there's a whole fucking cube.
That's a cube.
Yeah,
it is a cube because it's 10 seasons.
Yeah. But in there they talk about it's really based in deep science. Like they have technical advisors on. I mean, just like Star Trek, the same
science
thing.
fiction, science.
Yeah. So they were saying at one point there's 11 dimensions that we know of. Now, I cannot explain to you what they are.
And the thing is that the higher they go, the more it is. They're mathematical dimensions.
Yeah,
that they're not like us understanding them. Yeah, because the mathematician, one of the podcasters I listen to is a mathematician, and he's working on unity, like a unity field, unified theory for mathematics. And I started listening to his,
who is it?
It's a dissertation. It's Eric Weinstein.
Oh, I know. He's on,
The
his
Portal.
brother.
Him and his brother.
His brother's a
Brett Weinstein.
biologist.
He's an evolutionary biologist.
Yeah, and they've both been on Joe Rogan's podcast. So
yep.
I know who you're talking about.
But listening to that guy speak, it's like,
you gotta like rewind and
listen to it like 5 different times.
Listen, man, I got to trigonometry in my senior year of high school, and then it was like, if Johnny eats an apple while the train's moving and the sun is going down.
That's calculus.
Whatever. I don't care. I don't care. This shit was difficult.
I had to learn, and it took me a couple of times. I had to learn.
Did you pass?
To integrate.
I dropped out. I didn't need it. I dropped out. I didn't need it to graduate. I was like, do I need this to graduate? No. So they put me in a fashion marketing class. It was the only elective.
You know what?
Got to watch Tyra Banks all day.
I never took.
Hold on, let's rewind.
We gotta revisit that. Give me 1 second.
I'm serious. That's
No. Hold on. So I just want to throw this out there. Like I didn't take calculus, but I did get to trigonometry. And to be honest, trigonometry is the first time math ever made sense to me my entire life. I'm like, fuck algebra, fuck all the other shit. Because trig in my head, because I have a science mind. When it comes to like wavelengths and all and sine waves and all that, that's when it started clicking for me. And it was like, oh, because I could apply it to real world stuff. A minus B times whatever the fuck doesn't mean shit to me. You know what I'm saying? It's a bunch of gibberish.
Wow. See, that actually made more sense to me than trig, because I didn't understand what sine, cosine, tangent. I didn't understand what that meant in real life. But I knew, like, if I have a problem, I can find a solution to that. And that's basically what algebra was. You know, it's just, I know how to find a solution to a certain problem.
I can
and
add
you
and
just
subtract,
do that
man.
in your own life, like, you know, like.
Okay.
But
I'm sorry.
Nothing wrong
I feel
with
so
simple
dumb right now. You have no
arithmetic,
idea.
you know?
Yeah. All right, but here we go.
Yeah, dude. What
about this?
What? Watch Tyra Banks?
No, this fashion shit. What?
Okay. Oh, so when I dropped out of trig or calculus, I can't remember which class it was. This is my senior year.
Doesn't matter. Just get to the point.
Anyway, so I did the first quarter, and I was like, you know, I was a senior. I didn't care. I was ready to graduate. I was ready to get the fuck up on out of school. I didn't need it to graduate.
Who the fuck told you? What counselor told you to take calculus for your senior year?
I can't remember, dude.
Okay. Keep going.
Anyway, so when I left that class, they were like, yeah, there's only one elective left for you to take. And I was like, well, what is it? I'll do it. And they were like, it's fashion marketing. I was like, I was like, I don't even know what the fuck that is.
Okay, let's rewind again. Motherfucker, you took a fashion marketing class.
I did.
And you can't fucking help with the marketing for this show?
Dude, I was...
There's no cloth involved.
No. First of all, I think I do a good job. I do a good job promoting the show by just being myself.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like, you know.
Yeah, his network, the network of people that he knows is.
Yeah, like, hey, do you listen to the podcast?
Extensive.
Okay, so with the advertising stuff, I feel like technology is... Anyway, I could more than likely be more of assistance. I should help Jared help with this show because...
Oh, you know what you did help the other day? Well, you didn't really help because he was like, hey, do you think the hats are too expensive? I'm like, motherfucker, that's how much they cost to produce. I'm not trying to fucking make billions of dollars off of hats. Like, they cost that much to produce. Like, it's a business. Like, what do you want?
Oh, I was just asking for feedback. That's all.
Nah, you were trying to, like, I don't know.
So yeah, so
You're
I
too
took,
nice of a guy, man.
So I took the fashion marketing class. It was cool. I don't remember what we did in there.
So what garments? Oh, don't do that.
Well, we
You
learned
remember
like
something.
yeah. So we would like watch Tyra Banks and like talk about obviously fashion.
Did they have you wear dresses?
No, I don't. If I wore a dress, I'd do it on this show.
no. Well, stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. RJ is going to wear a dress on this show.
All right. Well, we'll do something. Yeah. Oh man, God. I'm so glad.
I need to change those because I'm starting to feel like we may be offending some people.
We might be. I mean, it's okay. No, but I took the class. It was cool. I passed it, but there was days. Yeah, we just talked about obviously different ways of marketing and fashion and how it's evolved and different styles and things of that nature. Because I was really big into that kind of thing when I was younger. I mean, obviously my fashion sense now is Timberland boots and a black shirt, hence the one that I'm wearing, which I will wear my Timberland boots later, but I have my slippers on now. You see my slippers?
No. Nobody
Okay.
wants to see your slippers.
Nobody wants to see my slippers. Yeah. So they are very comfortable, by the way.
Wait, so who are the MMA fighters that usually, like Ewan, like the guys that dress really nicely, like when they're not fighting?
Usually
Like
the
dress up.
strikers. Usually the strikers are like
in suits almost.
Yeah.
Like McGregor.
Even
McGregor, yeah.
Even boxers. It's weird, man. Because I do martial arts. We've talked about this before. I've always noticed throughout the years that jiu-jitsu guys and grapplers don't give a fuck about how they look. They'll just wear T-shirts and jeans and call it a day. But strikers their fucking fashion is always on point. It's like, why? Where do you get this money? You're an amateur Muay Thai fighter. You're not going to be able to fucking afford this shit, but they pull it off somehow. But I don't know. That's just a side note that I learned. But yeah, Conor McGregor, Woodley, most of the UFC guys, they usually are dressed nicely because they're champions or they just make that much money where they can do it.
To look spiffy, sharp dressed man. Yeah. Rest in peace to Dusty Hill from ZZ Top.
I think it's maybe because strikers are just flashy in general.
Yeah.
Striking.
Yeah, they're very confident and kind of over the top. I don't want to say over the top because, strikers they're a little nuts.
If you can pull off a tornado kick, that's dope.
He did it in a Glory joint. Can't remember his name now. Damn it. I don't know, but he was famous. If you know martial arts, famous guy. But he pulled it off like crazy shit, like karate twirling shit, and it's like, and he pulled it off in a kickboxing match. That's high level shit right there. But yeah, I digress.
He digresses. Would you ever spin kick somebody, Peter?
I don't think I can. I don't think I can stretch.
I did.
Kick anybody.
Oh, bro, I stretched my legs the other day for what feels like for the first time in forever. Wow, there's a lot
you
of
fucking do not take care of yourself.
I do take very good care of myself, sir.
That's questionable.
It's very questionable.
Look,
it's all right. Don't worry. It's just
throws
beer.
back a cold one.
Yeah. Well, this one's been sitting down here for a week, I think, and it definitely tastes like it. So I kind of regret opening the bottle.
He just proved my point to
RJ.
Hey, listen. I'm a smart guy, all right? I like to think so. We were talking about Oh, shit. No, I'm having a brain fart. Fuck. Jared.
Hey, man, you sent her in here with them titties. What you expect?
Yeah, okay. I mean, that's a good thing to be distracted by, folks.
I'm just going to say, I don't doubt that you're a smart guy, but sometimes.
Yeah, there are times.
There's times in which.
There's lapses in.
Yeah, there's lapses in judgment.
Exactly.
Dude, that's the name of the episode.
Lapses in judgment.
There we go.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah, see, I'm so happy you're here, Peter. So, Peter,
You're welcome.
I know that for those that don't know, I know that we used to, work together for the same company. What kind of got you into that field? I know you told me a long time ago you like, working with your hands and stuff like that.
Yeah, well, I started out doing my degree in electrical engineering, and after 3.5 years of doing that, I realized, oh wait, you can't do this kind of like on your own. You kind of need to work with other groups to do things, especially on freaking programming. Oh man, writing code is
not fun.
I give it to the guys that write code for stuff. It is insanely.
I used to
monotonous.
think I wanted to do it.
When you say I don't know what that means. Is it like well, I've heard the word.
Okay,
lapses in judgment. Lapses in
dollars.
judgment.
We'll throw out a lot of silver dollar words.
That's
here,
okay. I'm learning.
All right, so
this is good for you, RJ.
I know.
My degree actually ended up being in economics, and I mean, if you want a job, like you come out to DC.
Yeah,
you got to work kind of like federal jobs. But I got out here and realized, which I should have learned like in economics class, the jobs that you kind of that are hiring out here, they don't want measly like little bachelor's degrees. If you don't have a doctor, like if you don't have a doctorate, don't knock on the door.
Yeah,
kind of a thing.
Well, if you don't have a doctorate, well, at least a master. Well, you mean
there's
for,
a lot
like for what you're talking. Oh yeah,
National
yeah.
Bureau of Economic Research or the Bureau of Labor and Statistics, those kind of places.
Yeah.
So
or freaking high level security clearance.
Yeah,
you can get away with that stuff too. But
so I ended up working, odds and ends kinds of jobs, and one day there was a post. We need help, doing construction upgrades on the stores.
Yeah.
I kept on bugging the guy about it because the contracting job that I was working at, the contract just dried up, which apparently happens a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. A friend of mine worked in that for a while, and he's told me some tales of the different scenarios where those things have happened.
So I get on the team working in there, and they're like, okay, this and that, and I talk to them about like ovens and electronics and electricity, and they're like, how the heck do you know that stuff? It's like, we didn't teach you. Where'd you learn that? Like I just pick things up sometimes. So now now I am doing what I'm doing, just fixing things that break.
That's pretty dope, dude.
We do all sorts of stuff, electrical, plumbing.
Yeah,
HVAC,
you guys don't get enough. Yeah, you guys don't get enough credit for the work you do. Yeah. I've seen it firsthand. Cause
a little bit of networking. Yeah.
That was one thing when RJ kept saying, the maintenance guy. I'm like, what the fuck? Who's this fucking maintenance guy? And what are you maintaining?
Maintaining basically that is anything that is not part of the landlord's responsibility.
Gotcha.
So that will cover everything electrical, everything plumbing.
Oh wow! So damn, you really do everything.
HVAC.
Everything is done in house.
Because this guy's got 89 stores.
Yeah, I know, man.
He has a full-time staff to basically fix anything that breaks.
This motherfucker's rolling in the dough.
No pun intended.
Little double entendre right there.
I didn't mean to do that. But hey, where is it?
There you go. God, oh my God, that thing is so.
No, I think would that be a triple entendre, or would that be a double?
He's rolling in the.
He's rolling. Yeah,
rolling in the double. It's a double entendre.
But no, but I know that you've definitely come through in the clutch for me when I needed you most. Like, oh shit.
Yeah, we got to take care of everything that's RJ stuff. Yeah. RJ stuff we got to take care of.
Yeah. Which is
the rest
great.
of the stores in Maryland. Yeah. Who cares about that?
Damn, I didn't kind of realize that until like after. I don't want to say until like after I left. No. Like, so, I was in the same shop for so long, and I guess I just view what goes on in my store that in terms of maintenance happens at every store. But I got to a point to where it's like, man, I've got all this cool shit. And then I go to other places. I was like, well, where's this? They're like, we don't have it. And I was like, oh. And I go somewhere else. Oh, yeah. They said we're going to get one of those. it's been 3 years, or so, you know what I mean? I'm like, oh shit. Like, so, I'm very grateful for that. And but yeah, I mean, I've had times where, I go in the store in the morning, oven ain't cooking, or it's, the chain's moving, but
the nature of entropy.
Yeah. And, those WOW ovens, are they more common now? Like, do you have them in more stores or?
No, but I think they're moving into into the second or third generation of the WOW ovens.
Do they cook
for the rest of us who don't know what the fuck a WOW oven is, can you please explain that?
The way that we cook food for Papa John's is. Should I not mention?
No, it's fine. Everybody knows what I did. I'm like a community staple. So
all right.
It's all good.
Okay. So the way that we cook food there is we use a conveyor type oven. So it bakes with convection, conduction, but not induction. So it cooks the pizza that way, those two ways. And instead of using like a brick oven or something like that, it cooks food in about 4.5 minutes. And the WOW, it usually cooks in like 6.5.
Yeah,
6.5 to 7 minutes usually for the older ovens.
Yeah, the older ones.
He's got that he had.
Well, I had a
the new
3-layer oven, so
they've redesigned it so that the induction
is more efficient.
Yeah.
I will say firsthand,
those so they can cook food in like 4.5 minutes.
This is still a science, though, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, science.
We're just disguising it so you don't think that you're learning something, motherfuckers.
So no, the WOW ovens, I thought, because mine was obviously, the top one, and I love that thing, especially when it was slower or I had to carry out. It's like, oh, let me just get like the lunch special or something. It's like, oh man,
because you wouldn't think of that. You wouldn't think of walking into a store, into a pizza joint, and getting food in 6 minutes.
Yeah,
and from you ordering it to you walking out the door being like 5-6 minutes.
And before I had
hold on, huh? Some would say it's unnatural.
Well, it's
no, nobody got it.
No.
Yeah.
Well, it's all right.
You can hit the
but even before I got like the dough,
I'm trying to think of what that one would be.
Yeah. So even before we got the dough spinner, which I think
that's for me.
Oh, I know.
All right, that one I thought that I know. That's the whammy, right?
That's the
whammy from the old show.
No, it's
from the old game show.
Not the whammy. It's from the old game. Price is Right.
Oh yeah.
But whammy.
I had a guy that watched the TV network that would have like those old game shows from the 70s and 80s. It's like
no whammies. Yeah, that was one of my shows.
Like the 6 people that would sit and do.
Oh, that's my shit. I know what you're talking. That's
the panelists. Like they'd have comedians as panelists.
Yes.
Are you talking about Hollywood Squares?
No,
not Hollywood
Squares.
This seriously, this is from like the 70s or something.
Yeah, but they brought it. It comes on in the summertime because I watched it last summer when it was on. What the fuck is the name of that show? No, I like it's funny as shit because they had Alec Baldwin was the host, and then they had a bunch of the comedians.
Oh, is it? No, I know what you're talking about.
Where they write on the
paper like their answers to stuff.
I really like that show. Maybe because the comedy part of it, but I really like that show.
But if you look at the way they used to do it, like
I'll look at
the comedy and all the stuff that they did was very highbrow. It's phenomenal. Like it's a head scratcher. It makes you think sometimes. Like, man, their vernacular is completely different than what it is today.
Oh, dude, comedy is, and Jared will tell you firsthand. It's it's definitely not the same.
Well, apparently there's a couple of places that'll still do stuff like that. What is it? Dry Bar Comedy Club in Utah. It is not. You cannot curse in there. Like you don't drink. It's all your comedy.
Country.
All your comedy has to be on point to be funny because you have to explain all the stuff that you're doing without using curse words.
Yeah. That would be very difficult.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess swear words.
How much of your vocabulary would be diminished by just not being able to
say, well, they're like filler words.
5 words.
Yeah, like swear words are like filler words.
Match game.
That's it. Yeah. Match game. Yeah.
Well, I don't even think I actually was thinking something
I have
different.
one of those. I have those problems sometimes too, where
it predates me.
It's your.
No, it's on now too. Alec Baldwin's the host right now.
Yeah, but it gets you. Like you're like, what was that thing? Like I'm never going to let this thing go.
No, I mean,
and then before you go to bed, you're like, oh, man, that was what I was thinking of.
Yeah, and then you have that that good
moment
feeling
of clarity.
Yeah, there you go. It's just like, wow, your mind's like legitimately blown. Epiphany, clarity, whatever you want to call it.
We're using bigger words today.
I know. he even got me a book, and it's got pictures. All right, so
on the cover. The rest
it's
of it,
on the cover.
The rest of it is words.
The rest of it is words.
RJ's not gonna read that.
I'm gonna read it.
Okay.
I will read this. Dude, I haven't read a book.
It actually sounds interesting.
I was a big reader when I was younger.
The chicanery and the shenanigans they go through in the book. It's hilarious stuff.
Okay, so I'll definitely partake and then read this.
And then RJ will give a review next week after he's done reading.
Week. Man, there's like fucking 400 pages in this shit.
You gotta fill out your summer scholastic paper.
Dude, did you guys like going to the book fair? I love going to the book fair.
I did,
well, because you get the pizza, what is it, the Book It stuff from Pizza Hut.
Yeah, man, fuck, dude. What has happened to society? Do they still do that kind of thing?
I think they still do it.
Pizza Hut still does Book It?
That's what Pizza Hut, if you go in there now, it's like...
Wait, is Scholastic still around?
Yeah, no, Scholastic is still around. Yeah.
Well, the thing is like, I saw, just, I guess, related to the Pizza Hut thing, it's like, being a kid, I saw, like, this meme of Chuck E. Cheese, and it was like, this is what Chuck E. Cheese looks like if he was drunk and he's got, like, a sick child about to sneeze on you here and go. I don't know. It was just fucking hilarious, dude, and I was like, I've never looked at it this way, But yeah, going to the book fair, I used to love going to the book fair, man. Like, I was big into any kind of book as a kid. I was really big into, like, mystery novels. I liked, like, the Hardy Boys and Nancy Drew and things of that nature. I was really into Goosebumps. The things from my, era of growing up.
The Boxcar Kids.
The Boxcar Kids. I used to...
oh, yeah, we're throwing back today.
So, and then that's what got me into... I'm a big Harry Potter fan. I am.
Oh, where's that fucking horn?
Hold on, I'm gonna get the horn. Dude, Harry Potter is dope, man. See, so you had to grow up with it.
I didn't grow up with it.
Well, I did, and dude, when the new books came out, I was like chomping at the bit to get one, man. It was like a new game or a new pair of shoes. It's like, I have to get this book, man.
Man, I wish I would have known that. I would have got you something else because there's an author called Diane Duane.
Okay.
Who wrote a book series on wizards. I think the first one in the series is called So You Want to Be a Wizard.
Sometimes I do. I'm not going to lie.
And the stories about it are phenomenal. Like massive battles between good and evil and all the magical stuff.
You're going to have to
multi-dimensional things.
Yeah, you're going to have to hook me up with this stuff, man. I'll pay you for this book. This one is a gift. I'll pay you to find this book for me, as if I'm sending you out on a hit for something. Okay.
If you like Harry Potter, like Diane Duane's stuff is.
But yeah,
really good.
I don't know, just the whole atmosphere, the smell of a new book, the no creases in the covers and everything. Yeah,
the gilded edges.
Yeah. Oh man, dude, takes me back. I love it. I absolutely love it. But this will be the first book that I'm actually going to read
ever.
No, not ever. Like ever, as in it's been a long ass time ever. But,
hey, I know letters.
High school.
Yeah. I'm not as smart as those other guys, but I'm smart too.
Dude.
I wish I would have really sat down to watch the movies from the Godfather movies.
You've never watched them?
I've never watched them all the way through, and every time I try to go look for them, that's something because I've got
on
the streaming services. I don't want to.
Do you have Peacock?
Nope, I don't have Peacock.
It's on Peacock right now, man. Okay, so the first two films are absolutely cinematic masterpieces,
and the third one is like. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember one time we were in Camp Fuji, Japan, and for some reason, there's not shit to do when we're not in the field. So we were just out, and I was like, it wasn't just me, but it was like a bunch of us sat in the, I forgot what we call it, in the little fucking, when everybody's in there, entertainment room, I guess. And we were like, yo, let's just watch all the fucking Godfather movies. Yeah. We watched all the fucking Godfather movies, like straight through
back
marathon. And it was the longest 9 hours of my life. Because there are some parts where it's like, I wake up like, Don Corleone's still alive. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I love those films. That to me, those films are they're like holiday movies for me. Like around Thanksgiving time and everything. That's like a like a Christmas kind of movie.
Because of Home Alone 2? Or was it Home
It's a
Alone
Wonderful
2?
Life.
Yeah. Well, no. I'm just
Yeah, filthy
no.
animals.
No, I mean,
was
I love
one.
those. I love those movies too. But
the change.
it's I don't know, just the atmosphere because the first film does take place, in different periods of time, obviously.
Well, how do you equate the holidays with murder and shit?
Well, because they're on TV around that time of year.
Oh, really?
They are. No, and it's like, we just had Thanksgiving dinner where football's on at 8. Oh, The Godfather's on. Hell yeah. Who doesn't want to see Luca Brasi sleep with the fishes or anything of that nature? And I love those movies. It's family orientated, It's about a family. It's about a Godfather.
It's about an Italian family.
Yeah, well, yeah, maybe that's why I like it. So
I think
much.
that's why.
I love those movies, dude.
Speaking of Italians, that guy, hey, buddy, when you come through again, he knows who he is.
Okay. We want to see you. All right. Oh, I just got it. Oh, my God. I feel like a complete fucking dingus.
I thought he's the wine guy now, right?
He's both.
He's like a universal cultural icon.
We're talking about Mike Bozzelli.
Hey, what's up, Mike? Hi.
Number one, I
No
need you to
personal.
release that one episode that we did because I'm excited for it to come out. I don't know why it hasn't been out yet. Number two, we need to come through.
Have you
Your
ever
own
had
personal sommelier.
Well, do you know who?
Well, first of all, that's the first word you've thrown out that I don't know what that is.
Go ahead, keep talking. I don't know what it is either, but I'm not going to ask because every time you say something, I'm going to interrupt you, and that's going to be the whole show of me
right.
being fucking dumbfounded.
The wine
whole time.
guys.
No, but
The
have you
wine
ever?
connoisseurs, the guys that know all the stuff about wine.
Oh yeah, he's
Oh,
like
oh, yeah. Oh, I got it.
That's a sommelier.
Yes, he's been on here before. Mike Bozzelli, he owns Bozzelli Pizzeria, and they also do wine shipping, casewinelife.com. So he's a big wine guy, and so
super cool guy, man. Have you ever had like their pizzas or anything? I know you probably.
That's
get
the one
sick.
that's over at the
they got 5
next
locations.
next to the Red Wings.
Yeah. There's one over there.
over in the
There's one
Springfield
off
Yes.
of Albin Road.
Yeah, I've been to there once. It's not bad food.
Yeah. Well, he had
It's the hole in the wall food.
Yeah,
It's good.
but he had the Monte Cristo several months back. Just like basically like a ham and cheese sandwich. It's like dipped in cake batter, and it's got the funnel spring. What is it? The powdered sugar? Excuse me. On top
Funnel
of it,
cake batter and powdered sugar.
dude. Holy fuck, that thing was phenomenal.
You
Bro.
wouldn't think it would go together, but that shit's
Dude,
fire.
it's great. I mean, you get 3 or 4 nice pieces, like big pieces, and it's like $10. Holy shit, dude! I bought 3 of them.
That's how I know he's my age because he brought that back because of Bennigan's.
Dude, well, I remember I didn't eat it when Bennigan's was at the
Me
mall.
either.
Yeah,
But-
I've been in there like 3 times ever.
Yeah.
Yeah,
shit. That used to be the hangout on fucking Friday and Saturday. Psh, go up in there, start hollering at some chicks. You know what I'm saying?
Back in my day,
Back in my day.
damn, the mall's changed
And
so
what
much
is a
now.
Bennigan's?
You never heard of Bennigan's?
Like Fuddruckers or what?
No, it's like I'm trying to think.
That's one place I think I've been to once as a fuck.
Bennigan's was a
Major
restaurant.
Magics.
Okay, so you know where the Target is now, on the front side.
At the mall?
Yes,
Yeah.
that's where Bennigan's was. Before they changed all that shit around, Bennigan's was it? No,
No, Bennigan's was where Dave and Buster's is. It's on that side.
but wasn't that far down though.
No, it wasn't that far down, but it was right next to the movie theater. Like you walk in.
Actually, it was.
the
I think it's right where.
sign number 2.
Yes. Yeah.
Man, Lord, take me back.
Yeah, we're old.
Dude, no bullshit. When they post like memes of that shit on Facebook or just pictures of it, like I'm this old, it's like holy crap, I know what that is.
And I like really literally get taken back. Like it's like a
dude,
time
the mall
warp.
was a.
We're old.
Well, it's crazy because I went shopping not too long ago, and I wear basic stuff, man. I like nothing crazy.
We already went over this.
I know. I'm just saying.
Your fashion sense is horrible.
Listen, I like my
even
boots.
though you
Fashion
took fashion marketing.
That was like 15 years ago. All right, like anyway.
It's a lifetime ago.
It's always in you.
Yeah, it's always in me. Well, actually, I'm not going to say that.
I want to see what garments you made, but keep going.
I didn't make any garments. Don't ever say that again. I don't make garments. All right. Oh my God. Anyway, so I'm walking around the mall
Resident
and
seamstress right here.
yeah, fucking shit, dude.
Our own
Dude,
haberdasher.
that should be my little.
Oh, there we go.
My God.
There's our silver dollar word.
Yeah, silver
Yeah,
dollar
sure.
word, man. Okay, so but I was walking around the mall and it's like I wouldn't shop in any of these places, man. you know, I feel like I'm too old for some of it. Do you know what I mean? Like,
because malls aren't designed for people your age and our age.
Our age. Thank you for saying our age, sir. Okay, because I think you're a little older than I am, but that's okay. But yeah, I'm like, damn, it's like, oh, that would be cool. But I was like, I would look like a complete and utter douchebag wearing it because it's just, I don't know. I just feel like I'm,
you have to kind of dig through stuff to find. To be honest, I fucking hate going to the mall. Yeah, it's not fun. I'd rather just order it online. I know females can't do that because I've had exes in the past where I can't order online because I need to see if it fits. Like, if you know your size, you know the shit will fit.
Well, sizes are different. Okay, I mean, like the shirt I'm wearing is a large, right? Okay, it's a large shirt.
Do you know what size you are?
I know,
and you know what size.
No, but some brands like
fit differently.
They fit differently. Okay.
Understandable.
Yeah. Okay. That's all I was trying to say. So I can understand why they would want to go try something on. That's all.
Fashion marketing.
Now, if I'm buying pants, it's like, oh, I already know what I need. Shirts, sure. Okay, so I guess I get your point too.
I think with pants though, it's like it's about the waist. So
yeah, you know your waist size. You know you.
I always buy like a size, like one size bigger.
Why?
Just because I don't want them too tight.
He wants to grow into it.
No, I don't want to grow into it. I lost some weight and I feel good about myself. But yeah, it's just
and you should always feel good about yourself.
I do. I feel good right now.
Unless you're murdering somebody.
Oh,
you should not feel good about yourself.
Yeah, well,
you should not feel so good about yourself.
I don't plan on murdering anybody. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't want to talk about possibly murdering. This is like premeditated, right? like you guys aren't catching me in this fucking bullshit. I'm being serious.
That's the guy down there.
Oh yeah, then okay, yeah, Mr. Law student.
Do you throw out like stuff for them? Like, oh, well, that's a Scribner's error. Do you do that for them?
I don't even know what a Scribner's error is.
Silver dollar word, folks. All right.
This isn't a silver dollar word. That's a golden dollar. Like, what?
So
you got the $2 words right
The
there.
man of 1,000 words. What is a Scribner? Yeah. I'm sorry, folks. If you're listening to the show, you should like, share, comment, and subscribe so you can also figure out what the hell Peter's saying to us. Okay.
Okay. The only reason I really know about it is because one of the judges that was sitting on a panel for like a federal placement was in a Senate hearing, and he was talking to a congressman, and he's like, well, I can't do that because that would be a Scribner's error, or we'd have to deal with the problem of a Scribner's error with that. And the lawmaker, the congressman, looked at him and was like, Scrib's error? A Scrib's error? A Squib's error? Like, and the guy, and the judge, he's like, yes, a Scribner's error. A Scribner's error is the way that they used to write laws. They'd have a scribe that would write down the laws. Mm-hmm. And, I mean, he's just doing this off of what people say. So if they speak too fast, like, he might make errors.
Yeah, okay.
And he puts the word instead of the somewhere. And but there's
oh my God.
And there's some times when you can do such, I don't want to say subtle changes.
Moment of clarity.
If or if you use the words if or when you're not supposed to, like, that changes the meaning of the law.
Yeah, that's what
changes the meaning of the law.
Holy shit.
So they've
been doing this shit for fucking centuries.
So if you write down something incorrectly and that's the law, you're like, well, this is what this says. Well, that's not what the guy that actually made the law,
dude.
That's not what the guy that made the law actually said.
Yeah, so
that's how we have laws, is a scribe that writes down what the guy is saying.
Oh no.
So a Scribner's error is a scribe's error when he's writing down stuff.
Oh no. Okay, so
you can go you can go to school and be like, hey, guess what I learned, motherfucker.
Hold on. So that means humans being humans, a motherfucker that doesn't want the law to be a certain way, he can just fucking change it right there. Yeah. And it was an accident.
Okay, a good case of this. Cruel and unusual punishment. If you because you've heard of people saying, like, you can't use cruel and unusual punishment on people. Mm-hmm. But so if you look semantically at what that is, so you could be either cruel or unusual, but you can't be both. And I think the Scribner's error there would be you cannot be cruel or You cannot do cruel or unusual punishment on a person.
Damn.
So that would be a Scribner's error.
Damn.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy.
That is.
Yeah, that's pretty nuts, dude. Speaking of the law,
And I think that what is that? What amendment is that? That you can't
they
do
talk
cruel.
about
The eighth. Yeah, cruel or
oh, thank
cruel
God
and
you know,
unusual
because I was
punishment.
like, man, he's throwing way too much
one
at
of
me
the
right now.
I haven't
it's
even
one of the
done
law.
con law yet, but
Yeah, and I was,
You gotta use
and I
the
was gonna
full
say,
word.
are you doing con law?
You gotta use the
in the
full word
fall.
so people know what it is.
constitutional.
There you go.
Oh,
Thank you.
I'm sorry.
No,
Yeah, we're
you're good.
throwing around stuff.
Yeah, no, I was about to say, what? Now, what the fuck is con law? Like, I'm just not understanding anything today.
I knew what they were saying because I put two and two together, but I was
I
like,
don't even belong here.
I'm like, everybody's
Where's
not
my
gonna know
slice
what
of
con
pizza?
is.
hold on. Let me get Oliver off the floor.
No, leave him there.
No, how dare you? Well, I put him there, so.
So, what you had a question?
Yeah, so like, I guess with your law school and everything, man, how close are you to finishing your degree and everything?
So I've just finished my first year, and then there will be 2 more
Congratulations,
years.
by the way.
Thank you. Then 2
Salute
more years
if
to
I
go.
Had a drink.
If you're happy for him, you would like, share, and subscribe, folks. So I expect
Sorry.
to see those numbers go up.
Driving home.
Oh, you did bring beer. Oh, is that the one beer that you had?
Well, no, this is the one I had.
Oh, okay. Man, there's just beer everywhere.
Along with some chicha morada.
Oh, well, yeah. You know what? That would go good with some like tequila or vodka or some shit.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Oh, you like it,
Not
right?
vodka.
That's good. Okay.
Yeah, it's
It's a Peruvian
It's like
stuff we're doing.
it's like
because
Jamaica.
we don't drink soda.
but it's not. Wait, Inca.
Yeah. Oh, Inca Cola.
Yeah,
Oh man, that thing is like, oh, that's got so much sugar.
I know it does. I don't drink soda. I'm just
man.
saying, but
That thing.
dude. I remember
What is
getting
it?
those things at
you don't
fucking
mess with
Giant.
You don't mess with the Zohan and
Yeah.
the fizzy bubbly.
No, the fizzy
The
bubbly.
fizzy bubbly.
no, I don't drink soda, but
And-
like every now and then, Inca Cola is take. Especially if I'm going to like a Peruvian food place.
Thanks for the food, man. It's great. All right, go ahead and finish your story, bud. So you got 2
Is
more.
there a story?
I don't know.
You said he had telling us about law.
You said you got
About law
two
school.
more years, and then you're gonna go like slam the gavel down.
So okay, so I guess go over like kind of what you did this year, I guess.
This year, ooh.
Okay.
This
Is
year
it gonna
was
get
all
tougher?
about.
Or
Is it
what
gonna
you
get
want to do.
Tougher or
Fine.
easier?
They say your first year
Is the worst.
Yeah,
Okay.
because law school is just really different than
College.
college, undergrads, all that stuff, right?
Yep.
So you don't really use that whole memorization kind of skill the same way.
Mhm.
You're really, when you're learning the law, you're really thinking about how can I apply this for future cases, because I mean that's the whole point. You know,
Yeah.
a case that happens that changes the law. You're like, okay, well, how can I apply that and to a case for my client? You know.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like different skills. The writing is different. Thankfully, the writing that we're, or I guess this generation of law schools are doing is not as convoluted as like previous generations. So it's not going to be like as wordy as just when older generations were writing, they would just be unnecessarily like pontificating about whatever.
Superfluous.
Yeah.
But I think they did that on purpose, though. They're doing that so you could interpret the law depending on what the situation is. That's what I mean. That's just me kind of analyzing.
You would think so, but I would argue no, because even if I give you a law, every time you have an incident, it's always going to be fact specific. So no 2 cases are really the same. There's going to be like certain big things about each case that might be dispositive towards how the case will be ruled or adjudicated. But for the most part, like, you really got to be sensitive to each fact. And especially if you even have a like guilty verdict, those little facts in your like sentence hearing can really change how severe or how less severe that sentence will be. So it's
some
different.
intricate shit.
It is, but
So did you do any
Yeah.
Did you do any case studies then? Or I mean, it probably wouldn't have happened because it was like happening on time, but in time. But like the Chauvin stuff, Floyd Chauvin.
no, we didn't do any like real case studies on anything. You maybe some of the upper levels would, but as a first year, you're really just getting your bearings in.
So
you know.
no Kilo New London stuff.
I mean, if maybe like upper level students could, like law review, they can be like take current events and talk about those and like submit it as their papers. But as a first year now, you're really just trying to figure out how to be a law student.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, we're proud of you.
Thank you.
Yeah, we're very proud of you. All right.
It's been a long year, but
It's been a long year for all.
It'll be worth it, bro. It'll be worth
Yeah.
it.
So when I need a lawyer, like I just make sure I got your number. All right.
Speaking of that, you're still interested in immigration law, right? Or did it change since the last time?
see, the more laws I learn, the more I'm like, I could do. There's so much more I didn't even know that I could do. I've recently like worked with out in Loudoun County with their Commonwealth Attorney's Office. That was it was very interesting to actually like see the way they go about handling cases, especially with like DUIs. Because I think in the future, whatever I do, if it's transactional or if it's criminal, I think I will always try to like have a backup of DUI law to just like practice on the side, just to help out the community. But yeah, there's a lot of laws.
What you trying to say about the community?
That we're all drunks.
We're all alcoholics.
Cheers to that, folks. Man, oh man.
I'm just trying to make sure y'all can, if you happen to have an incident,
The one thing to do.
I just want to like make sure like, hey, maybe we can find a way to get you out of this. Maybe 3 hours. Maybe they can establish that there was 3 hours from the time that you had a drink and the time that you operated a vehicle. So I'm just saying little things. You never know.
It's the small things in life, people.
Interesting.
Don't volunteer any information.
Oh no!
Yeah. For the love of God, you're gonna give us all the information after the mic goes.
No. He's talking about when you're talking to police. There's
keep your mouth
this, yeah. There's a lawyer on TikTok. They're like they're weed lawyers, I guess, but they talk about law in general, and they always talk about like shut the fuck up. That's their whole.
Oh yes.
Shit is like shut the fuck up when talking to the police. Like don't say any fucking thing, and
answer direct questions. I think it is.
No, they were saying don't say nothing. Direct questions, like if you ask me for my ID, that doesn't require me to give you an answer.
Yes,
that just requires me to give
that's
you
like
your ID.
Yeah, that's a $10 fine if you don't have your driver's license.
Yeah,
with
so
you.
it's $10.
Wow.
Yeah, you can't
That is
operate
low.
a vehicle
I
without it.
thought it would have been. I thought it would have been a lot of money.
Yeah, I thought it was more than that.
Yeah.
But that's just me. I don't know.
I honestly thought it would
the same
be
thing too.
Yeah, I would think it'd be more as well. To be honest with you.
But either way, the point. But it's not. It's not a question. I mean, it's not something I need to answer. It's like that's all you need from me. But they're gonna try to get more because they're trying to
investigate.
Yeah. So yeah.
I think people should remember that the police aren't there to absolve you of suspicion.
No,
you
they're
know,
trying to get your ass.
Yeah, they didn't pull up and like this person looks suspicious. Let me go talk to him because I believe they're innocent. You know, like that doesn't make any sense.
They're trying to throw your ass in the clink, son.
Yeah, don't go there,
So
folks.
the Commonwealth attorney that I worked for, she used to be a defense attorney, and one of the first things she told me was like, if you ever get in trouble, keep your mouth shut and lawyer up. I was like, it's plain and simple.
It is definitely plain and simple. Now the problem is certain. Not everybody, and I guess this goes back to what you were saying about communities. Not everybody has the money to lawyer up, and that. I think I told this before. I don't know if I told it on here, but I got into something involving some vehicles going a little too fast together at the same time, and
trying to exist in the same space too. at the same time?
No, trying to get to the same space faster than the other one.
Okay.
And what happened was I ended up lowering up because I started reading online and I'm like, nah, son, like I can't have this on my record. And so I ended up getting a lawyer. Other dude didn't get a lawyer, and I happened to see him in the courtroom. He was like, "Hey, man, I don't know what's gonna happen." Blah 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 blah, blah. I was like, "I don't know, my lawyer's over there." So like, he already did whatever he's supposed to do. So.
I had a court-appointed lawyer.
I didn't get no fucking court-appointed.
No.
I paid for this motherfucker.
Well, so
I was not trying to have this shit on there.
So when I got mine, the lawyers are expensive. Okay. And I know
public defendants are definitely overworked.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, there's that, and when I got a court-appointed lawyer, and when I saw him, I mean, he was some old dude, bro, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm my license is getting suspended, like I'm fucked. Okay, I went in there and told him my story, and he's like, okay, all right, and it wasn't any, I had a little bit of weed on me, but this would be my second offense. Okay.
Didn't he say something about like not self-incriminating?
That's all right, man. It's legal now. Like, it's legal now.
Statute of limitations.
Look at the federal law. Like
that's sorry, man. It's just bud. Anyway, so
wait, can you go back to what you said earlier?
Hey,
we need that right now. We need that disclaimer right now.
So
the views of ours are not the views of this show.
They're not. I'm just the guy. He was like, "Hey, all my shit's here." I was like, "Oh, can I sit with you?" And that's how this happened.
Do it in the Micro Machine guy voice, like where it goes like super fast.
Oh yeah, that dude. He had the world record.
Yeah, I don't know if he does anymore, but
well, I don't know either. I don't even know. I think
fastest speaker in the world. I don't know.
I think
what his
he
name was.
died.
Yep.
I don't remember his name either, but I think he died a few years ago.
He had a mustache.
Mr. Movie Phone, was that his name? Something like
I
that.
don't remember his name. I can look it up.
But back to my point. I told him my story. And it's, my day to go to court and everything. I'm in there. I'm getting nervous because I was still delivering pizzas at this time. And it was my job, man. I don't mean no harm. It's like, fuck, dude, I'm screwed. I'm going to have to work inside. Like, little did I know how that would turn out. And he goes and he was like, okay. He was like, oh, this is your judge? He's like, yeah, I've known this guy for like 32 years. He was like, I'll be right back.
John Machida Jr. That was his name. Micro Machines man.
And he goes in there, and I'm thinking, like, man, and this, and that. And he comes back out, and I'm fucking sweating and shaking and freaking out. And he was like, all right, man. He was like, I got your charge. Your charge is dropped. And he was like, you just got to pay your court fine, and you can go. And I was like, what the fuck? I was so happy.
That just goes to show you, a lot of times that will happen because the cops are always going to try to get the highest charge they can get because they're trying to get promoted and they're trying to get these.
No, and I get it. I didn't really have shit, like, literally. But I was just relieved, man. And, I know just going back to, public defenders getting like a bad rep, I'm sure there is a reason for that. But this guy,
because they have so many cases that come before them.
Yeah, and
like
it's
their caseload is
because
it's not that they don't necessarily care. It's just
no,
I
don't
believe
have time that they don't.
Yeah. But it's because people fucking can't afford lawyers, and that's the way the system works. Yeah. And the more money you have, the better off you are.
Yeah. But
case in point.
But he
O.J. Simpson.
So yeah, no bullshit. If the glove fits, I can't believe they let him put that glove over there. So you don't think somebody would have like, bro? Like, can you take that one off? I would have been like, yo.
He said,
like,
bro.
Like, I'm serious. I mean, we all know he did it. Then he wrote a book. If I did do it. Yeah, like, come the fuck on, man. He obviously did it.
Have you seen his Twitter?
No, I don't have Twitter.
That dude is the most oblivious person. Not oblivious. Like, he just doesn't give a fuck. Like, the world knows you murdered these two people, allegedly. Well, he's been acquitted, whatever. But he's just out here like, and he's doing time for. He did time for robbing somebody and shit. And now he's just on Twitter like, I'm gonna put my bets up for this week's football.
Dude, OJ's a character,
like, what?
Bro. Holy fuck, that guy's lived a life. Oh my god, and taken some as well. But have you ever seen the show?
Yeah.
The People vs. OJ Simpson? It was on FX.
I never watched it.
Dude,
I lived through it. I was like, I don't need to watch this shit again.
No, I understand that. I think like maybe 4 or 5 when it happened. So I remember seeing, you know, the Bronco police chase and all that other stuff. But, you know, I was too small to understand, like, the court hearings and everything. So I watched the show. It's a couple years old. But, man, it's really good, dude. So if you ever want to take a trip down memory lane and just see how they wrote that and everything. And
I passed. I saw it.
It's a dope
I'm not a
show.
Cuban fan.
Saw it in real time.
You don't like Cuba Gooding Jr., dude?
Nah.
Okay. Let's go into that childhood trauma.
Yeah. What happened? What has he ever done to you? I like Cuba Gooding.
He's just never been a great actor to me. Outside of Boys in the Hood,
No,
that was
son.
the only time I've seen him do something good.
Men of Honor.
That's
Man
the
of
one I was
Honor,
gonna
yeah.
say.
Man of
Oh,
Honor
is
is
that
a
the one
great-
where he like loses a leg as a scuba diver?
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
dude,
No,
that-
he loses a leg. First of all, that's based on a true story.
Dude, that movie's sick.
Second of all, he didn't lose his leg as a scuba diver. He lost his leg and became a scuba diver. Which is
Because he saved somebody's life who's going to get crushed by a chain.
And he was the first black scuba diver. Diver in the Navy.
He was portraying the real
Okay,
person.
fine.
But okay.
Lawyer talk.
Okay.
Portraying.
Don't use any more big words, please. For the love of fucking God. I want to hear damn shit, cunt, and ass for the rest of the show. All right. All right. For the love of God, man.
The little blue collar.
Yeah.
Here.
What was okay? Damn, I forgot what I was gonna say. Now.
Yeah. So you just don't think he's a great actor?
Huh?
I like Cuba Gooding.
What about Jerry
Snow
Maguire?
Dogs? Nope.
Jerry Maguire?
Radio?
Jerry Maguire? Oh, show me the money. No. Fuck that.
That was Tom Cruise's character.
Show me the
Oh
money.
no, actually no.
No,
He told him to say it. But yeah.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
You're right.
Okay, so who's somebody
good.
famous?
I'm good on that.
All right. So who's somebody famous that you can't stand that everybody loves? This is the silentist. Fuck. I'm gonna stop talking.
It's a heavy
You're
thought.
getting these brain cells going here.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
That is
See,
a
I'm
heavy
good for
You're,
something,
you're
folks.
massaging these brain cells here.
Oh.
I massage my own brain cells. Great Scott! Yes, yeah. There's a little bit of that afterwards too. Oh my God. So okay. So you don't like Cuba? Who's somebody famous you don't like, Jared?
Shit.
George Clooney?
Really?
You don't like
That's
Clooney?
yours?
No, it's
George
not, I don't
Clooney's
like him. It's not that
fucking
I don't-
hilarious, bro.
Not that I don't like him, just
Was it Batman Forever?
No, that
No,
was
that's Val Kilmer.
Val Kilmer.
The Batman and Robin is.
You know what? That's going to be mine. That's mine right there.
What,
Val
just be-
Kilmer. Fuck Val Kilmer. You have the shittiest movies of all time. Top Gun. You got Lucky, bitch.
Yeah.
Now you got a fucking show on Amazon. I'm not watching that shit.
Now I'm thinking about who I don't like. Fuck.
Fuck Val Kilmer.
Yeah. What the? Yeah.
I'll come up with somebody else.
I don't
too.
know if Gilbert Gilfried is somebody who I like.
A lot of people
Despise, it's
don't.
just- I don't.
A lot of people don't like
yeah.
him. I think the best thing for me, like and it sucks because he's a comedian, and but the only thing that I fucked with him was Aladdin when he was the bird.
Yeah.
Oh, he was on Problem Child.
Yes.
It's a long time ago. I don't remember.
He was.
Yeah, I fucks with him. Well, I mean, at least that movie. That joint was
I'm
dope.
trying to think. Motherfucker. Fuck. I'm trying to think now. Who is somebody?
You like everybody.
Yeah, I mean, I enjoy films.
I mean, he's a lovable guy.
Yeah, I know. That's the opposite.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
why we work, because we're the
Yeah.
opposite.
So, like, if there's one actor that I don't care for, it would have to be.
These nuts.
Nah, man, dude, I've heard that like 15 fucking times this week, bro.
I know, because it was on the show last
Well,
week.
no, there was that, and then they were doing it at work too. I was like,
Because they watched the show.
yeah. No, I was like, who has this ticket? They were like, D. I was like, who the fuck is D? Like, these nuts aren't. And I was like, like as I'm, looking for an oil change and rotate.
Be like, all right, Bart.
All right. God. I'm sorry. I'm drawing a blank right now. I'll think of one.
Like even the guys I said, like it's not really so much I don't like them. Like there's not anybody really like that I just despise.
There's
there you go,
somebody. I'm trying to think.
It's like their lives really don't matter to me that much.
No, they don't. But there's definitely someone. I just can't think of it right now. But man, why you fucking stump us?
I don't know, because I just do those things naturally. If I'm stumped, you have to be with me. He's using big words. He's using big words. You insult me on a regular basis. So
I don't
it's
insult you. I just point out obvious things.
Yeah, that's insulting. So, speaking of insulting, I know you probably didn't watch it, Peter. Shout out to the LawLuss for destroying Dipset in the versus battle.
But did we not think that it was gonna? Oh, that's the one right there. Fuck Jim Jones.
Okay, I can.
A lot of people love Jim Jones. He's a glorified hype man.
Yeah, I know. I remember we were talking about this.
Yeah, but I had to put it out here so everyone.
No, so like I actually kind of agree with that.
There's no kind of.
Well, I do. I'm not a big fan of his. I like Cameron.
Cameron's the best one.
Yeah, I know, but just
Joel's garbage.
No, he was nice.
He
was nicer years ago.
You know what? My problem with Dipset's music is it sounds like it's just a lot of noise. It's like the beats are and they're just fucking screaming. It's like, yo, I can't hear what you're saying. Like, I don't understand what's going on. Like,
that's
but people
get crunk music.
That's not crunk.
Pooh Shiesty.
Pooh Shiesty.
You don't like Pooh Shiesty? What?
He's going to. All right, is he in jail right now? Prison?
Wait, but
no, he like had a murder or something.
Allegedly. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know who Pooh Shiesty is. Is that a new guy?
Yeah, he's from Baltimore or something. Or
I've heard of it. I just don't know. Who
I've heard his name too.
I listened to it a couple of times. I was like, it just doesn't do anything for me.
Yeah,
well, newer age.
I'm slightly snobbish though. So
yeah, new hip hop is not.
Yeah,
that's why we're. That's where we're talking about the LawLuss and versus. It was the versus. It was LawLuss versus Dipset. It was really Jadakiss versus Cameron.
The world.
No, Cameron.
Yeah, but because they're obviously from an era that we grew up listening to, and
90s hip hop.
Yeah,
early
2000s. And Jadakiss is just still so like raw. Like he's just so goddamn good.
Although I'll admit, I do like a little Grandmaster Flash and the Furious 5 on the Wheels of Steel.
You took it way back.
Yeah, but the newer music doesn't really do much for me. Like, there's a couple songs out here, and it's like, oh, this is pretty cool. But nothing really.
So, the Nas joint just came out this week.
Dude, the one, I haven't listened to the whole thing.
I haven't either.
I'm enjoying it so far, but the one he did with Lauryn Hill, I think, is phenomenal.
I don't think I heard that one.
It's called Nobody. Oh, dude, she drops like a stupid verse, bro.
I love it. I like the part. I like the one with EPMD.
What, an Eminem?
I was trying to avoid saying his name because I didn't like his verse. He did that.
But it's fucking good though, man. Oh, I liked it. He kind of snapped on it.
I've talked about my views on Eminem in the past.
No, I know.
Hey, was he like the or maybe I should ask. Who was the person that like began the fast rap? Like that Busta Rhyme type.
Well,
Twista.
It's either going to be
Twista or Busta Rhymes.
or Bone Thugs.
Oh yeah, Bone Thugs.
Yeah,
but Busta Rhymes was before all of them.
I think he has one of the best flows ever.
No,
ever.
But Busta Rhymes shit makes sense sometimes, most of the time.
I actually went back and listened to some old Bone Thugs like a week ago or so, and
I only know that one song.
What, the Crossroads?
I only know that one song.
Is it the Crossroads? If it's the Crossroads, I mean, it's a good song. I mean, it's a great album.
This the first of the month.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that whole album is just a banger, dude. For the Love of Money, yeah. Thuggish Rug, yeah, dude, they have hits, bro. I remember, like, I was listening to it, and it's like, man, I used to try to rap along with this shit in high school, and there were a couple songs where I could do it pretty well, but after a while, I'd run out of breath. Yeah, they just go. I mean, I would literally try to. I think when Twista put out his Kamikaze album, I was a freshman or sophomore.
They're taking lessons from the Micro Machine guys.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, all of the Micro Machine guys. And but there was, I think the second track is it's called Kill 'Em All or something, and he just goes off on it. And I could do maybe the first like 45 seconds of it. And like keep up with it, and then I can't keep up with it. Like he just keeps going.
The fact that you tried that long, like you're doing extra shit.
Well, no, I have fun doing it. I mean, I did it with my buddies. We would see who could, I was gonna say rap the longest. I was gonna say last the longest.
Last the longest, fastest.
I'm sure you would. I mean, that's what I would expect from someone who watches The Cock.
Dude.
Oh, Jesus.
What is the you said the cock?
Oh, do you not have Peacock?
Oh,
Is that not what you guys call it? Is that not what y'all call it?
Well, that's the name of the app. I don't like the name of it.
Is that what you guys call it?
It's we call it peak. I call it peacock. I'm uncomfortable saying cock in general. Okay,
But you said it really is now.
Listen, I said shit, cunt, ass, and damn. All right, that's it. We're not using that word anymore. We're gonna call it the Wrestling Network.
Come on, George Carlin.
God damn.
Talk too much.
I got news for you. That means you're gay.
I'm not gay, and I'm sick and tired of us talking about how gay I am all the time.
Your presumption is correct.
Fuck you.
Oh, that sounds like a new one.
No,
I just don't use it that much.
Yeah.
Because they always overtalk the last part. But it's fine. I should probably just cut it off anyway.
I don't know, man. So, yeah. But, I mean, I like wrestling. Wrestling is a real thing. SummerSlam
Wait,
is
what the fuck? How did we get to
It's on that network.
Oh, yeah, because every time you do say Peacock, I can get a little triggered.
Dude, how do you
watching
think...
wrestling on Peacock.
Dude, how the fuck
That
do you
is
think
a
I feel?
microaggression there.
Yeah. So, it's all the time. You don't even know. This is your first time here. Hopefully it's not the last if we don't fucking scare you away. But what I was going to say is, so it went from the WWE network to that app. And it disappointed me.
No, it didn't. It went from whatever it was on cable TV, then it went to WWE Network.
Well, no. The cable TV stuff is still on.
Oh.
But the network shows the pay-per-views for free, okay, as long as you're a subscriber. And you get all the old content for, like years and years of wrestling.
It's kind of like the UFC Fight Pass.
Yeah, so it's something cool, and it's like, oh, yeah, we're moving over to that network, okay. I felt uncomfortable downloading it onto my phone and onto my Xbox.
Because you had to search for...
I had to type in the word cock, Jared. Okay. I did. It doesn't come up unless the cock is there.
Do a lot of shopping at DJs.
Yeah.
Wholesaler.
Yeah, on the weekends. And then afterwards, I go out to K Street and sell my ass.
Oh, my God. Jesus. Wait, K Street?
Yeah, anyway.
I don't think that's how this happens anymore. That was back in the day.
Yeah, I know. That's why I always find it funny.
Now it's...
We can't really talk much on this show anymore.
Where do you be
Peter,
finding
please
them at?
enlighten us with something smart. Just tell us a random fact that you know.
Okay, so I had an idea back in high school for something that should exist, and I'm surprised it doesn't exist now because it would be completely phenomenal and an attraction that everybody would love. Maglev trains exist, and they've existed for a while.
Yeah,
especially
bullet
around
train.
the world. Yeah, bullet trains. You see them in Japan and all that kind of stuff around the world. How come nobody has built a Maglev roller coaster?
Would we die?
No, because it's still kept on the track.
How do you stop it though?
Electromagnets. The same way you stop a bullet train.
Reverse polarity. Yeah, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I never looked up the stopping of it. I guess they were just reverse the polarity or some shit.
Yeah, my question would be, how do you handle a loop? Like, does it? Do you have to like continue to reverse polarity?
I think it has
no, because
magnets on each side, right?
Yeah, it's an electromagnet. It's not. Yeah. It's not. I don't think there's permanent magnets on them, but
yeah,
you use an electromagnet to lift it off of the tracks. But it's like a T track, so the channel of the bottom of the of the train fits in this like an I-beam kind of thing. So if you could do that and you can send an electromagnetic signal like down the track to propel it forward, you can totally do that, the exact same thing on a roller coaster. So the electromagnet goes all the way around the loop. So the signal is going all the way around the loop and it pulls it might not need to pull so much if you get the roller coaster going fast enough.
Yeah. You just need it
to keep it to touch. So you just need it enough so that it doesn't touch the frame.
Yeah.
But a Maglev roller coaster, that'd be so amazing.
I think it would probably be a safety issue, only because that shit would be fast as fuck. And if you can't just have
you can control how much the speed of the electromagnet the loop in the electromagnet.
So you had to sign up for packages like, do you want fucking fighter level style or you want fucking just a regular?
Does it have to be a bullet train?
No, I mean
as
a
fast
roller
as
coaster,
one?
just a regular. It's a roller coaster.
You're making it sound like it has to be as fast as a bullet train.
I mean, we're talking about me.
Jared wants to go to fucking space. Okay, so
he-
he's
so he
like,
probably-
yeah, just come with me. No,
So
I'm
he
not
probably
going
loves
there.
you probably love Cedar Point then.
I haven't been to Cedar Point, but I have been
man.
the Kings
Cedar
Dominion, the
Kings Dominion.
Intimidator 305. That's my shit.
No.
I know. I haven't gotten there yet.
Go to America's Roller Coast.
I know.
My uncle, my cousins, they my family out there, obviously out in Ohio. For those that don't know where Cedar Point is, they go
In Sandusky, Ohio.
They've gone a couple times, and as I've gotten older, when I was a kid, I had no fear. I'd get on, I had no problem. But as I've gotten older, I am like petrified to get on a coaster, bro. It's like so weird to me. I've been on some of the best coasters, not anything newer, but the idea of getting on one now, it kind of like terrifies me, bro.
That's why you have those two buttons on there.
Well,
I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to push it.
Okay, good.
Nice.
I don't want you.
I'm going to be nice.
Yeah, please be nice after picking on me all night.
I am smart.
Oh, fuck. I am smart. You're right.
That's not what he says.
I mean, smiling.
You've never seen Black Dynamite.
Dynamite.
Yeah, like years ago. It's not something I've watched regularly.
Obviously. Because we have like 5.
Anyway, so you'll get on any ride, Peter?
I used to the couple of extra pounds I have on there now don't do too well in
I
in
don't
the
think
G's.
that'll stop you.
Have you ever been on like I'm sure they still have it in some capacity at King's Dominion, like I guess the ship that goes upside
Berserker.
down, the Berserker. Yeah, that's what it is.
I don't know. I don't think I've ever been to King's Dominion.
I've never been on the Berserker, and I've been to Kings Dominion hundreds of times. I won't say hundreds of times, a lot. But I've never been on the Berserker because I don't do that fucking swinging and hanging upside down for like that. To me, that's pointless. Like I want to pull G's, and yeah.
All right. Okay, so let's see what else. Oh, I mean, if you want, we can get into some serious stuff, some raw stuff.
Yeah, go ahead.
Bring it, son.
That's
Are you
what
sure?
we're here.
Like,
Wait, but
Monday
before
Night
you get to the
Raw.
rawness, ladies and gentlemen, please like, share, and subscribe here at the Mad Scientist Lab Podcast.
You gotta let me know when I need to switch.
Oh, I didn't see that. So here, I'm going to do it again.
I already
Ladies and
did-
gentlemen.
we got it.
Like, share, and subscribe. We're on episode 101. Oh, my God.
101.
101.
The hottest podcast under the sun.
Yeah. Oh. Are these bars?
Smooth.
Bars.
Bars.
Hey,
Yeah.
LawLuss.
Lawless. All right. Let's get into the rawness. All right.
Okay, because this, like, you hear people talking about this going on in the media and in society and stuff, and people don't want to talk about it because it's so emotional for lots and lots of people. Are you sure?
Yeah, dude. Don't
Bring it.
Okay. The entire stuff that happened with George Floyd and Derek Chauvin.
All right.
I can't speak to. I'm not going to speak to like the guilty or innocence of what Chauvin did. If he did like murder this guy, the second and third degree murder, what I believe happened was George Floyd died twice.
Oh,
Let me get into this.
All right.
So because I followed the court TV case when they were doing a little bit. People sometimes have usually people like that do drugs. They have that one drug dealer like you don't really get stuff from unless you're like in dire need kind of stuff because you don't know what you're getting from them. Like it could be laced with whatever. Like you could be getting like weed and it's like PCP and all that kind of stuff like laced into it. So apparently the guy that was in the car with George Floyd, that drug dealer, it was that guy because he almost killed George Floyd once before. Because George Floyd almost OD'd because of the fentanyl that the guy puts in his stuff.
Oh.
Fentanyl, he puts it in his stuff.
So I didn't see the second video. That was a video of. So he was in the car with the actual dealer.
That was his dealer. That was the dealer that you don't that like you. You're like, okay, all right, cool, yeah, let's hang out sometime. Yeah, sure, okay.
Yeah.
But you don't.
Oh shit.
So because he was they were going to put him on the stand and give him immunity, but he's like, no, I'm not going on the stand because then you guys could like incriminate, or like I could totally blow this case for the prosecution. So, which usually happens, and not all the time, but you know, you don't want to get caught with drugs on you, so you take all the drugs that you got on you so that you can't get prosecuted for possession. He took all the drugs he had on him.
Fuck.
And that had fentanyl in there. So you see, there's a storyline that you see in stories where in some movies and TV shows, you'll have like in crime series, you'll have the guys like, he goes to the police, is like, I need you to help find my killer. And the guy's like, what, you're walking in here, right now. And like, no, like I was poisoned by this guy. I was given like ricin, or I was given, well, ricin probably works a little too quickly, but I was like irradiated. I was irradiated to the point where I'm going to die. I need you to help find my killer. George Floyd had enough, like he was going to die without somebody interacting to save his life. He was going to die. Because when they did the autopsy and like the fentanyl in his system, he's like, if we found him on the street, like we totally would have said that he died of an overdose.
Okay.
So if Derek Chauvin murdered him, that guy died twice.
I get what you're saying. I just don't see how he died twice.
Like he was a dead man walking.
Okay.
Because the amount of fentanyl in his system would have killed him. Would have killed him.
Okay.
I mean, the video is like hard to watch.
Yeah.
You know,
it's hard to watch.
Yeah.
And then you do. But the thing is, like, if you expand on that, it's.
But this is
the way that the system works right now. It's sad that like. The way people try to get by in the world and stuff, it's like, well, you can't get ahead.
But yeah, okay, I know. I don't want to go in that direction. I know what you're saying. Yeah, this is a tough one.
Like I said, man, this is getting into emotion for lots of people.
I would say, I just lost my thought, but I would probably say that the way the law is it's written a certain way for certain reasons. And we've already
it's completely written the way it is for all sorts of reasons.
Yeah. And we've talked about this before. I don't want to say ad nauseum, but a lot. It's been written that way since the beginning, and this is what we have now. Yeah. But I am glad to hear what he was saying as far as like newer lawyers coming up as not putting all the wordy shit in there and making it, I guess, probably more understandable for everybody to
less convoluted, so people can operate within that law.
Yeah, exactly. So it's good and bad. Yeah. And I'm not gonna say I don't want to say I'm emotional about it.
No, but like in society, you have people on one side or the other, and
but you know,
and you can't say anything right about it.
Yeah.
Whether good or bad, you can't. You're gonna piss somebody off.
You've probably watched this show enough where you know I'm probably I'm
middle
objective. Yeah, I'm very objective.
You try to be as objective as you can.
Yeah, but there has been times where it's like, I don't know, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? But it is what it is.
So we were talking earlier before, just when me and you were here, and we were talking about, I guess, since we're like talking about how the media and how they portray things, and I know Jared's going to kill me.
Every amount of information, every piece of information that you consume is directly tailored to elicit a response from you.
Yep.
Every piece of information you hear.
So with COVID, I'm not trying to beat a dead, head horse or anything of that nature.
No, the problem is you can't get information about it.
Do it. Please do it.
Yeah.
Ask him.
So, Peter.
Yes.
Since you're first time here at the Mad Scientist Live podcast, I'm going to have to ask you, how do you feel about COVID-19?
The Wu flu?
The Wu flu.
The flu Manchu?
Shiz.
We have really entered the real realm, ladies and gentlemen.
Whatchamacallit?
There's a couple other ones. One of the podcasters I listen to, he calls it like 10 different things.
So
they're really funny. They're not appropriate, but they are super funny.
But it is.
So how do you? I guess just what are your thoughts? Do you think it came out of a lab? Do you think the media is blowing this thing out of proportion?
I think it seems likely. It seems likely that it came out of. To me, from the information I get, it seems like it's possible and likely that it came out of a lab.
First of all, because I know who you listen to, I know.
Brett Weinstein. You know exactly what I'm going to say.
Yeah. So, go ahead.
Because he got screwed. He really got screwed.
And go a little, I guess, more in depth with that for people who aren't, that don't go searching for information, that do get everything they see.
I don't search for this information.
Well, no, it's
out there now.
Well, it's out there now.
But he started his podcast like about a year ago, and he was talking about ivermectin about a year ago. The problem is that they weren't. Is that a problem that you see that it exists? What you would consider a relatively intelligent person. That sees something as an existential threat would do a multi-prong attack on that threat.
Okay.
So COVID-19 being able to convince people that it is an existential threat, any rational person would have been like, you got to throw everything at the kitchen sink at this thing to destroy it.
Okay.
So we've got one of them being the vaccines that we're doing.
All right.
The vaccines that people are doing that. Actually, the guys that did the Moderna one, I think it was, they built the vaccine in a weekend. Once they had the sequencing for COVID-19, they built the vaccine in a weekend.
Yeah, and that's kind of where I, with that being said,
the rest of it is going through testing and stuff to make sure that it's safe for humans.
Okay, so I don't know if you would know. Do you think that's a testament to just technology? And because we have CRISPR now, we can just do gene editing.
There's super phenomenal things that we can do with technology, and it's amazing. But the scary thing is the complex system that Brett Weinstein says that we are as humans. You mess with one thing in that system, and you don't know what's going to happen like 3 steps down. So one of the things. Sorry, I'm trying to rack my brain to go through all this information because there's
you're good. No, you're fine, man. Please.
There's a lot of stuff. The mRNA ones that use the lipid nanoparticles as the delivery system to make your body produce the spike protein of COVID-19, which is just one aspect of it. Mm-hmm. So if these things can evolve fast enough, us having a vaccine against a spike, one aspect of that virus, they'll become useless.
Yeah, that's one thing I saw recently. I was like,
and that's not even including the problem of the spike protein itself, because that's a nasty little bugger. You don't want that.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
How the hell do you keep it in your arm? At the injection site.
They don't.
Because
it goes into your bloodstream.
They have no idea what.
They said it goes into your bloodstream.
The problem with all the studies of what they were saying is this is. If the vaccine does what we think that it's supposed to do, it's going to stay in the injection site, and it's going to create your system is going to do stuff with that.
That's
because
impossible.
And that's what I was thinking the exact same thing, because they're finding out that if the spike protein gets into other parts of your body, ovaries,
brain,
lungs, heart,
brain, everything.
It's not good for your body.
That's what I want to get. Okay, so
science.
I did hear something recently about where they're talking about it's supposed to stay in an injection site. And as soon as I heard that, I was like, ding, no, that's wrong, because you inject.
How do you program something that exists at a nanoparticle level,
unless it's a nanobot or some shit?
Unless they're so far ahead in technology that they're.
So that means you're still a guinea pig.
Yeah.
Because this is new shit.
The mRNA stuff, I think they said that the nurse that I listened to is that they've been using mRNA to do work with like cancer patients and stuff like that. Like it's not super new, but it's not done at a scale where at a scale enough to know on like people that don't have cancer what it's going to do to your body.
Not a scale enough where, hey, I have measles. Here's this or not. I have measles, but
they're looking to do mRNA for the MMR.
Oh my God, they're gonna fuck up the human race.
So now that you know,
what?
yeah.
Because I mean, I didn't go to med school, so you guys are.
I didn't go.
You feel like me right now.
Okay,
you want to sit in my chair, Josh?
Hold on. I didn't go to med school either, but think about this. I know decent amount of. I don't want to say decent because I don't want to sound like I know what the fuck I'm talking about. Because I'm not a fucking medical professional or anything, but to me, any injection that you've ever had in your entire life has gone to your bloodstream. How the fuck do you think they are going to sit here and tell me that they're going to inject something in my arm and it's going to stay in that spot? How does that work? Think about that. If the virus comes into my lungs, which they told us is supposed to go into our respiratory system,
and it does affect your respiratory system.
Yeah. How is it supposed to stay in one spot and well, no, that's not how it works. It's supposed to make the reaction of if you do get it.
Make your T
the whole shit's
T
bullshit.
cells, antibodies, whatever.
The whole shit's bullshit.
The technology is phenomenal, and if you look at the statistics for like this versus that and everything, if you're obese, like go get the vaccine.
Yeah, or older,
If you're older or obese,
which
go get the vaccine.
Another statistic I heard recently: 90% of people 65 and older have been vaccinated.
Yeah,
so
you're gonna get flagged for misinformation on this one.
We're not missing. We know we don't know what the fuck we're talking about, but this is just information that I've pulled from different places that are reputable information.
Scholarly sources.
Yeah. There you go. All right. We're listening.
Our
So
thesaurus.
most of the people who are the older people have been vaccinated. So and those are the people who are the highest risk people have been vaccinated for the most part.
Which is the way it should have been. Which is what DeSantis was doing.
Exactly. But these motherfuckers,
like everybody that's old, like it's a thing. You go to Florida to die.
Yeah.
So
So I think the biggest thing for me, like I'm not against, I'm not.
Okay. Yeah. Heaven's waiting room. There we go.
Heaven. Oh my God, that's what we're gonna start calling Florida, dude.
That's what it's called.
Yeah.
I've actually never heard it.
You've never heard Florida called Heaven's Waiting Room?
Nah, not at all. I've only been there once, so had a great time. Almost got arrested.
You've only been to Florida once? Damn,
yeah,
you need to get out, man.
Well, we're in my basement right now, so we'll do something soon. Soon. I got to talk into the mic. So,
okay, so the three-prong, the multi-prong attack that you would do on this thing, you would have looked into ivermectin. Like somebody who is a scientist and somebody who's been working with the patients and stuff would have seen, what this does to cells in a petri dish to the virus in a petri dish, and they're like, you know what? That's killing this virus in this petri dish. Let's take it a step further and look at what's going on.
Test it on animals or test it on
The problem is though what you would be using it for is off patent and off label. So it's an ivermectin is an anti-parasitical. So you're using it as an antiviral. So there it's off all bets are out the window, and it's off patent because this thing was made in like the 70s, 79, and marketed in like the 80s. So this thing's been used billions of times around the world for people. So we've got a lot of information on it, but it's out of patent. Yeah. So you can't make it. So the massive amounts of money that would have to be done for the studies, somebody's going to have to pony up for and not get that money back.
Yeah, but somebody ponied up for this fucking vaccine
the vaccines, yeah, but they're going to make money off of that. They are making money off of that.
How? The companies are.
Because they're selling because they're selling it to the United States of America and to other countries as well. So a smart person would have been like, do the vaccines, but also look at therapeutics and other things as well. Like that's just like basic strategy. Like if this thing is an existential threat to humanity, you got to do everything.
Yeah.
So
man, the criminal thing is whether it works or not. The criminal thing is that they
don't know.
people don't know.
Yeah, we don't know. And
don't
I
know.
think that's
and people
biggest
were
thing
saying
for
like
us.
you couldn't talk about it, you couldn't study it, you can't do anything about it.
Well,
That's the criminal thing.
so the weirdest
So
thing for
even
me,
whether it works or not, it's insane.
yeah. So the weirdest thing for me, like I'm not against vaccines, man. I mean, you're vaccinated as a child. I guess that's your parent, up to your parents. So I mean, I know I was.
It's a new way of doing. It's a new way of doing things.
But I feel it's weird when the way they promote the vaccine as well. Like it's like, oh, if you get the vaccine, you could win 2 tickets to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Get vaccine, we'll give you a free beer.
A lottery for
and it's just it's such a
or
weird
De
ass
being like, oh yeah, we'll give you a hamburger. Fries.
It's such a weird ass way to market this thing.
It's not.
Instead of
doing
telling people,
because the point is to make us. Oh man, we're gonna get into this here.
Yeah, that's fine.
Because it's changing the basic nature of how we interact with the federal government. Because the idea of what we are supposed to be is a difference between citizens and subjects. Are you citizens of a country? Or are you subjects of a country?
We're in charge of them.
We're supposed to be citizens. But the way that marketing is done, you do that to subjects.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
that's the
you
marketing
will
you
take
do
this
to subjects.
if you want to do this.
Yeah. That's what you do to subjects.
And I know that as of now, they're starting in certain places where you have to, not here in Virginia, hopefully not. You have to, I think Broadway is doing it. You have to show like your Vax ID card.
Yeah.
And
that's very.
Hey, guess what, Broadway? Fuck you.
Yeah, I never liked the fucking, what is it called? Cats? And never liked it.
I ain't going to see no fucking plays. I ain't going to see. No, matter of fact, see, this is New York. More New York shit.
Yeah,
Fuck New York, bro.
Although when Hamilton did come out on Disney, I did.
I know. I'm up here right now.
What did New York do?
I've hated New York for my entire life. I hate New York.
So what you're seeing now? So what you're seeing nowadays is the play out of the war between the philosophical ideologies of a battle between Aristotelian thought and Platonic thought of the way that the world works.
You know you're gonna have to explain those.
That's all right. I'll just keep talking.
No, because I don't think anybody really gets what I'm trying to get at. Because Aristotle and Plato tried to their philosophies and their theologies and ideas on the way the world works. They both wanted the same thing. It was like the flourishing of humans, the flourishing of people, but they went about it in 2 different ways. The Aristotelian view is that you let people, like, you give people freedom to do the things that they can do to flourish. If they fail to flourish, then they fail to flourish. If they die, they die. If they flourish, then they flourish.
Isn't that capitalism?
No. Capitalism is just an economic theory where.
But the basis of it is what I know. Okay.
No. It's
my bad. Go.
It's but that people conflate the two.
Okay.
Because all capitalism is just an economic system where the means and production of goods and services are battled out in a market system.
But if you fail, you fail.
Yeah,
if you don't,
but
you don't.
But the point to it is that you produce goods and services for other people to consume, so that you can have the wealth to do what you want.
Gotcha.
To do to flourish, so that you have the wealth to flourish. But you perform service, you provide goods or services to others at a rate which anybody will take. If nobody will take it, then you lower your prices. If you lower them low enough, then
hold on,
that you can't survive.
Hold on, real quick. We're not lowering the prices of the hats.
Okay. Yeah. Nah. Fuck y'all. Buy the hat.
That's how much they cost. Yeah. MadScientistMerch.com.
Oh, and also while you're there, here, cut the camera back one more time. If you're thirsty, we also have koozies.
No, we don't. We're out of koozies.
We're out of koozies.
We can get more, but there's no demand. So,
so we need you to need a demand for us to demand you to get a koozie for your boozy.
Capitalism, bitches.
All right, go ahead, Peter. Continue.
Okay.
All right.
So the Aristotelian view is really that you do is that you leave people free to make those decisions in a free marketplace, basically, is if you're going into the capitalism stuff of it.
I connect things weirdly in my head.
So no, that's fine. That's fine, because a lot of people do, and it's not completely inaccurate to do it that way. The Platonic view of the world is that you have to have the right people in charge of stuff because they are the right people. They have the right hereditary genes, or the
I don't like that.
Are there?
That's more akin to fascism, too.
No. Here, or they have the right training. They have the right training. They have the right education. They have the right upbringing to be in charge of you because they know better than you.
Yeah.
And there are some things because you will hear a lot of people that say that a fiat currency, like a lot of smart people that'll say a fiat currency is better than a commodity-based currency, which it is. And if you look at the science behind it, yes, it is. But the fiat currency, I
keep forgetting you're an economics guy. You know what? Yeah. I'm sitting here, I'm like, no, I understand. I totally understand what you're saying for the most part.
You're too smart for this show.
No, but I keep forgetting he's an economics guy, and I'm like, yo, he's throwing out mad economic shit. All right, but go ahead.
I'm a little ashamed that AOC is. No, I won't say
first
that.
First of all, don't talk about her because that's my baby. Baby mama, maybe. AOC? No.
Yeah, but she's an economics major, too.
Nah.
Oh, is she?
Yes, she is.
Oh, I didn't know
her
that.
degree
I thought
is
she
in
was
economics.
a lawyer.
No, her degree is in economics.
Oh, shit. I like you even more.
That's my boo.
Go ahead. Go good. All right. I know a lot of people, like I said, I'm in the middle of everything, and I know a lot of people on the other side, that side, that would be like, I don't know about what you're talking about, but it's not about that, man. It's not about that.
Okay. So the Platonic view is that, you got to have the right people in charge because they're smart enough to know, this is this, that's that. If you go to, it's called the allegory of the cave, where you have somebody who's gone so far, who's like living in darkness and all they see is shadows, and that's all they know. And that's the world that they know. When you have somebody come into the light and see the light and be like, oh, well, the shadow you see of that square, I come out into the light. Hey, that's a cube. Let me show everybody that that's a cube.
And we come full circle.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I was like,
man, oh man.
Hold up.
I'm so glad you guys are listening.
Motherfucker bring back the dimension shit. How dare you?
And I punch her in the pussy.
Nice.
Zing, pow.
RJ's like, I'm fucking lost.
No, I understood all of but 8 words that you said. Okay.
So the American view, the ideal behind what the American view of citizenry and all this kind of stuff is the Aristotelian view, like let people fuck up their own lives or succeed on their own.
Yeah.
If you look at the other side of the Platonic view of it, it's kind of like a collectivism now. Fascism, socialism, communism.
The basis of all of it, Marxism.
Hegelism. Hegel.
Oh, that's a new one for me.
Marx was a student of Hegel.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Bro, this shit's like fucking blowing my
Which
mind.
is when you go back far enough, you get back to Plato.
See, that's what I'm saying. Okay,
you get back to Plato.
Motherfucker.
Okay.
Everything that we're talking about, I'm like, I'm like, boom, bing, bing, and then you're like, no, bitch, it goes back farther.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Right, I'm sure it goes back even farther.
Yeah. But
like when I was saying like Black Panther is an Arthurian tale.
Yeah.
There's probably an Arthurian tale before King Arthur.
Yeah. Damn.
And it could have been in Africa, could have been in the Middle East. It could have existed anywhere.
You're actually like, this is the first time. Look, this is the first time that anyone has come on this show.
It's only taken 101 episodes.
Side company accepted and fucking blown my mind. Like, what?
You know what would be really blow my mind right now? A beer. You got any beer?
Of course, RJ. Yeah. Of course, RJ. I'll give you my beer.
See, I told you when he's coming over, I'm going to drink his beer.
Oh my.
All right. I will only.
Well, that's the last one. So.
Ooh.
Sorry.
Dude, I like the label. Let's party.
Talking to the mic.
Oh,
sorry,
Let's
Josh.
I've. So Peter, real quick.
Your guest here too. I'm just taking over everything.
Actually,
I
love this. I love this because when we started from, I guess, the Plato as like the origin, and then the way that you connected it.
And it probably goes back even further.
Yeah. Good. Because even. Well, I don't.
Ooh,
we don't really
good.
have too much history. Yeah, we don't have too much history.
Because people screw stuff. They burn stuff to the ground.
Yeah.
We don't have. We don't have information.
But yeah, I'm just my finished thought is that it's amazing to see the way that when you take a certain origin point and then how you radiate out of that to the current society that we have now. I mean,
because me and you connected the same stuff, because I never studied like mythology and again back to what we were talking about philosophy. Plato is a philosopher. And
Aristotle is a student of his.
Yeah.
Well,
wait, Socrates.
Aristotle is a student of his. Plato and Socrates, and then Aristotle. Aristotle is.
But they were all astronomers too, right?
They were.
Who am I thinking about?
That? No, because they do. The people that do that kind of stuff, like back in that history, they were. What's that? Robert De Niro. Not Robert De Niro.
They're not priestess.
No. There's the short guy.
Joe Pesci?
Not Joe Pesci. Oh, Danny DeVito. There's a Danny DeVito man about him doing the Renaissance Man.
Renaissance Man.
Oh,
they were Renaissance men. Is that what you're saying?
They were Renaissance men.
Okay.
Where they could do anything. They could be good at
science,
at physical,
astronomy,
and at physical stuff as well.
Well, wait, are we moving towards Da Vinci era right now, or are you still saying?
No, we're in a big fight because the guys that actually came up with the idea for this country came up with an idea to put checks and balances in to keep a balance between the Platonic people and the Aristotelian people. Because that's what when you look back at the thing, because if you look at the information that they consumed to get to where they were, they read through these tombs like that from these philosophers, from these ancient philosophers that we still have. If you want to do something about that, the way to learn is by something Encyclopedia Britannica came out with it, and I'd like to start it, but I haven't done it. It's called the Great Books of the Western World. It's a collection, like an encyclopedia collection of books that span from ancient Greek all the way to, I think they stopped doing it in like the 1960s or 70s or something.
I don't know where that encyclopedia. My grandmother had an encyclopedia.
But it's not their Britannica encyclopedia, but it's a collection of books. They did a collection.
No, but
and you read.
I learned a lot of shit from just those I'm talking about like 60s and 70s books.
And there was at least one book that you didn't have.
Probably
because one of the kids lost it.
Maybe I don't know,
like P or something.
Actually, I think has that, and I think I wanted it when my grandmother died. I wanted it, but my aunt ended up with it, and I know where it's at. It's at her house. I'm gonna go back.
A complete set. Those are hard to find.
I'm pretty sure it's a complete set. I'm gonna have to dig into that one, but yeah.
But the Great Books of the Western World. That's
okay. So
where the
let me ask you this,
stuff. And this takes a long time to learn. Like a lifetime.
It's going to take a super long time to learn. Because, shit, man. So anyway.
What's happening?
Nothing. I'm trying to just kind of wrap my fucking brain around. I'm going to tell you, Jared's right, dude. Like, we've had a lot of people on here. I'm, used to some big words and everything. Holy fuck, Peter.
He's really got a headache right now.
It may be the beer, but it's...
that ain't the beer, motherfucker.
So what I was going to ask you, in relation to everything that you just said, okay, with the
about philosophy.
Well, hold on.
Okay, wait. Isolate one section.
Okay, so
and pick out of that.
I'm never asking anybody what they think of COVID-19 again after talking to Peter. You did it for me, bro. You have given me an answer that I don't even know what to fucking think. So I'm gonna go back down to RJ's level.
Oh, jeez.
Hold on.
Come up to mine. Come on now.
I'm trying. I'm jumping and I can't reach.
I was in there.
No, I was definitely.
I
was definitely understanding where you're coming from. So with that being said, man.
With that being said, those are the shirts we're gonna make.
With that being said, the way the media is pushing this, right? It's like, do you think this virus is as bad as it's obviously as it's been made out to be?
It depends on your outview. It depends on your outview on life, on how life works, and the meaning. I don't say the meaning of life, but it really does affect a lot of people, and there is like 1% of the population that gets it. 1 to 2% of the population that gets it actually dies from it. and the problem
Is
with
it
it is
that
that
high?
not.
Is it still that high? I thought it was lower than that.
It might be a little bit lower.
Yeah, I thought it
the
was
last
like
time,
.08
but this
or
was like
some
a couple of months. This was a couple of months ago.
Okay.
In that it was like between 1% and 2%.
Yeah,
and
gotcha.
I just haven't caught anybody say that the death rate from it
is higher. I got you.
or
No
for unvaccinated people.
Gotcha.
That, but if you look at the grand view and the scheme of things, like 1 to 2% of the people that get it like dying it's something to be scared of.
Yes,
but it's not something to be terrified of.
To stop living life.
To stop living life
Yeah,
to be terrified of.
Okay, because the reason,
and especially with the vaccines, because you see a lot more people getting it, especially like the Indian variant.
Yeah, or the Delta variant.
Let's not call it that. Let's call
it came from India.
Yeah. I know,
but it doesn't matter.
I feel like we're gonna. I've been called racist before by someone who of that.
It's not
for saying something, whatever. But go ahead.
And it's not that it's not that it where it came from. That's like it could have come from the U.S. It could have come from Boston. It could have come from anywhere. Yeah. It's just that if you start doing the euphemisms for them, and you can't continue to say the words, that's controlling how you think. Because because people can't say that. You've heard a lot of people say that this thing came from Wuhan. You can't, from whether it was a wet market or whether it was
a lab. We know it was a lab.
Yeah, but I'm saying whether or not it was, you can't. You have a lot of people that'll try to
there's a lot of
obfuscate where it came from, because they'll be like, well, that's racist. It's like it's just saying what it is.
And
it's not applying a positive or a negative.
It's just saying where it
connotation.
Because
there's a word for that.
And
I don't know that word.
Good. I'm glad you don't know
There's
that
a positive
word.
or negative when you try to do like a positive or negative connotation.
Don't give him vocabulary, Josh. He's trying to take control of you.
Isn't that a Isn't that a correlation?
No, it's a different word I'm thinking of.
Oh,
maybe it's in this book.
Yeah.
But
as soon as you read it for us,
I'm gonna have to read now. I thought I had a decent vocabulary.
You know what?
Dude, but
after watching Stargate SG-1, I feel like you're like
I watched Stargate.
Yeah.
Stargate Universe was a pretty good one too.
That was good. It was a little. It's
derivative.
It's human nature, but I felt like I wasn't. That's not what I wanted. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I think he's like Colonel O'Neill. Like he tries to act like he's not as smart as he is. Colonel O'Neill would be like, really, Carler? I don't care about the jargon. Get to the point. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So this thing, yes, it's enough that it caught the citizenry's attention to the point where there's enough people that are terrified of it. Because that's the problem.
I had somebody tell me, because we were talking. I was talking about the numbers. Hold on,
somebody who dies.
Yeah, I don't.
I only know. Well, the thing I know of is one of the guys that we work with in Maryland. His aunt died from it.
Oh,
yeah, no, I do.
Yeah, so that's a second. So that's a secondary. It is a secondary. It's not a primary person that I know. Yeah, it is a secondary person.
I'm sure at this point we've all known somebody who has had it. I honestly think I had it before it was a thing. It's been going around the world since like at least November. Yeah, and this was in December of 2019.
Me and him swear we had it back in December 19.
Yeah. And I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if it came out in November.
So Peter, I've known you for several years, man. You know, all jokes aside, you know how I lived and died by the sword at my job. I was always there.
Yeah.
And you would never not catch me there.
Oh yeah, no, you were. You were the model employee.
Yeah. So with that being said, the end of December,
just take shots.
My friends.
Oh yeah, we have to take a shot.
There's no more liquor.
The drinking, or we gotta take a drink every time you say one of your catchphrases.
Oh yeah.
With that being said,
fuck, I'm gonna have to rewire my brain.
That's good though.
So
that's growth.
With that being said,
oh my god.
Hold on, I gotta drink again.
Oh, this is amusing.
Yeah.
I appreciate this.
No, it's great, dude. You brought over food. We're listening to you speak verbiage that's ancient, that I've never heard.
Ancient SG1.
So Sunday comes around, Sunday inventory and
That's
everything.
tomorrow.
No, I'm saying when I feel like I got ill.
Yeah.
Okay. I had the little tickle in my throat. I had one of my drivers out a few weeks prior. He was out the whole week, man. And he was like, I don't know what the hell was wrong with me. I couldn't get out of my bed, whatever. It's like, all right. And I know we handle food, work with young people, old people, kids in high school. I know past terms around at work, even though we clean the shit out of the store. It happens, it's not uncommon. I feel the tickle in my throat, and it's like, all right, I think I'm getting sick, okay? But I still get up, and I go to work.
Pass it to everyone else.
Well, didn't know at the time. And
I gotta pee, and I'm going to get the Abuelo. So
okay. So go ahead. So, and then Monday comes around. So Monday is like my Friday, all right? My closing manager at the time did not come in, so I had to pull an open to close. And I was feeling worse, and I was like, man, what the hell? I kind of felt like crap, man, honestly. And it's like, all right, I'm off tomorrow. Like, I'm off on Tuesday, I'll rest. Man, Tuesday comes around, Pete, dude, I could not get out of my bed, dude. Like, I don't ever get the flu. I'm not saying I've never had the flu. I'm sure I possibly have had it, but I don't ever get sick like that, man. And I just felt like I got hit by a fucking Mack truck, dude. And my supervisor wanted me to come in Wednesday night because it was New Year's Eve, the next day. And I texted him. I said, hey, boss, I never asked this. I would never lie to you about something, especially since it's New Year's Eve. I didn't want him to think I was going to go out and party and do all this extra shit.
Yeah.
I was like, I cannot come into work. All right. And I think I've only ever said that like 2 or 3 times that I've worked there, like ever. Okay. And he was like, hey, no problem. Take it easy. And then by Thursday, I'm starting to feel better and everything. But I felt like crap, dude. I mean, and then a few months later, the end of February, early March, it's like, oh, COVID is here in the United States. And I'm thinking like, well, that shit didn't just get here. It didn't just get off the plane one day. It's had to have been here, man. And like Jared was saying, he was sick. There's a lot of people we knew that were sick for a while, didn't know what the fuck was wrong with them. And I haven't gone to get tested for antibodies or anything like that. But I'm
might
almost
be too late now.
Oh, I mean,
they might have gone through your body now.
Yeah, but at the same time, I'm just thinking to myself, like, and what is November and December, dude? It's the holidays. It's the busiest travel time of the year. Yeah, that shit has had to have been here, man. And then recently, I saw a news headline. Not that I really pay attention to it anymore, because I like taking in information, dude. I do. But when it's a bombardment of the same thing, and we're all sick of hearing about it. I mean, that's why you're getting obviously the backlash from, society.
That's why you're gonna see Republicans like either crush it in 2022 or something weird is going on.
Yeah, and so what I was about to say that catchphrase again. So moving forward, okay.
There you go.
I really think, I had it, and I've been working the whole time besides the 3 weeks, and I know that you've been working because a lot of people were stuck at home. I was fortunate enough to still be able to make money, and come to work, and all the measures, and I know firsthand all the precautionary measures that we had to take.
When this started, I was wearing a half mask respirator.
Yeah, he would come into the shop wearing a half mask respirator. Yeah, looking like Darth Vader and shit.
This motherfucker still talking?
Well, yeah. Now that you weren't here, but that's okay. And all the precautionary measures that we had to take, from wiping down everything every time somebody touched something. Peter, I mean, I'm sure I may have showed you my hand, but dude, my hands were fucking raw, dude, from washing them so much. Come home at night, put a little bit of lotion on, try to moisturize it back up. Because what I didn't like doing at work was washing them a couple times and then using a moisturizer or lotion, because I don't want to touch the food with that crap on my hands, dude. Yeah. Like, I think it's nasty, to be honest with you. And so, yeah, I think I had it, and I've gone the whole year or whatever since the time has been. I've been working. I've been out in public. I had no problem. Like, as whack as the mask thing was, I wasn't against it. It's like, oh, if this is what they say to do, okay, cool. Maybe I am a sheep, but, whatever the case may be. But then it starts to not make more sense moving along. Oh, we're going to open things back up. When you walk into the restaurant, have your mask on. Would you sit down at your table? You can take it off. It's like, well, doesn't that completely defeat the purpose? Yeah, of everything.
I work with HVAC.
Yeah. So
these aren't doing anything.
Yeah.
Those cloth masks, yeah.
And
for an aerosolized thing and not the droplets, because they're saying it's more that it's aerosolized instead of droplets. Droplets, like apparently they'll drop after a while.
Yeah.
But anything that's aerosolized, it stays in the air. It'll stay in the air for a while.
And so it just started, as more information started coming out, okay, it's like, man, maybe this thing, and I think it's a real thing. I don't think it's a hoax or anything of that nature, but to the extent that what we have all gone through in the last year and a half, with, everything shutting down, things finally, people have lost their livelihoods over this and everything, and it's horrible.
People have committed suicide.
So, yeah, it's absolutely terrible. So I do believe this virus
doing this
is
to
real.
The children. That's the worst. That's almost the worst thing of it.
And
because it is really making children terrified. And
it's crazy. We had a customer. And he called me one day after we delivered his food. All right. Sorry, I did the little finger thing. All right. And my driver, I'm sure you know Larry.
The cable guy?
No, he was the
driver.
He was the guy with the guy with the guy with the big red beard, looked like Santa Claus a little bit. Yeah. So, for most people didn't know, but he's autistic. So wonderful guy, wonderful guy, and
don't be putting people's medical stuff.
Well, no, because this is kind of going to the point of my story.
The views of RJ are not the views of this show.
Yeah, I hope you isolate that as well. So he went to the door without his mask on. I mean, he did the distancing, and this guy calls me, and he's freaking out on the phone, and he was like, my daughter is deathly afraid of this. And I was, and I sympathize with him. I mean, I get it, dude. I'm not a parent, okay? But I understand what we're promoting.
We would do anything for our kids.
Yeah, like what we're promoting is a safe contactless delivery and experience, this, and that, and then we're doing the opposite of that. And granted, at the time, this thing is still very, very fresh. And so I was able to, obviously, to accommodate him and take care of him and settle him down and whatnot. And, I pulled, my employee to the side and I said, hey, man, you gotta understand this is like a real thing and people were scared. And he gave me his reasoning behind it. I said, look, I understand that, man. I mean, because he'd wear it in the store, it's not like he wouldn't wear it, but he basically gave me his reasoning. I was like, look, I get that, but you have to understand that there's a lot more going on right now that we don't have control of. And we just have to kind of go with the flow, man.
You don't have control of anything.
Yeah.
Look at the universe and life and all that stuff.
Yeah, so
we're done talking about COVID-19.
Okay, yeah, because then Peter's going to start talking again, and I'm going to just, my mind's going to just fall out of my ear.
No, it has nothing to do with that. It's just, goddamn.
Okay, all right.
Told that story 30 times.
Well, he gave the best answer for those that can decipher it. All right, so
no, the question was fine. We got what we wanted. We don't need you to tell the same story 5 times.
Well, I'm not telling the same story 5 times. I'm telling it to Peter.
Okay. Yeah, but
I'm telling you, if the studies that are being done right now on ivermectin come out to be good, and that ivermectin as a prophylactic works, that
you don't have to take that fucking vaccine.
So you don't have. Yeah, I wouldn't take the vaccines if it shows that it works in reducing the chances of contracting COVID by 87%. Like contracting it, like not even getting it.
Oh wow, that's way better than the fucking vaccine.
Yeah, but it has to be taken prophylactically. But
that's
fine. But the thing is, like, human, and you have to do it, like, I think it's once a week. Is like the
so it's like a vitamin.
Yeah, but you would take it once a week, and like we have a lot of babies that exist in the world because girls, are supposed to take the pill every day, and if you miss a day, like it really screws up with it working.
Yeah. But
that's human. That's human nature being human nature. Like getting people to follow a regiment of even. I mean, it is once a week, so is that doable for people?
No, because I forget to. I try to take my damn vitamin D, my 5,000 IU's every day, but I forget.
I take mine daily, and I've been doing very good.
How many? How much?
6,000.
Oh, this guy.
Every day.
All right, talking amongst yourselves. I need to Answer the wife.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Let's
That's
do
fine.
that. We can go ahead and end it if we need to.
Topic of discussion.
Yeah, no.
You don't want me to throw out another topic of discussion.
No, we're at 2:12 anyway. So.
Oh wow, really? Jeez. Okay.
Is that the longest episode?
No, our longest is like 3 hours.
No, almost 5.
Our longest episode is almost 5 hours.
We did one that was like 4.5, something like that. It was a while ago.
Oh, okay. So
part of the quarantine
okay.
files?
No. So Josh, before we go, is there anything you'd like to say? You want to go ahead and plug your mixtape in one more time, man, or you want to talk about anything else, dude?
Yeah, I can plug in my stuff, I guess.
Yeah, plug that shit in, son.
Guess.
But I see
Bars, son. Bar exam, volume 2.
Or do you want
after
to?
this,
Do you want to spit
going
some?
to see your BMs?
Oh
No.
Lord, yeah, we are.
Yeah. You want to come?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, my man.
Yeah, we will.
We should probably put on some
What was
pants.
I gonna, probably. You want to spit some bars before you go, or?
I'm not a freestyler.
Oh, is that
so,
put?
I mean, I can say something that I've already.
Yeah, that's
made,
fine, man.
Yeah.
But
Do you need a beat?
Or you don't have to. If you want, just have people go to the SoundCloud. However you want to do it.
yeah, you can always go to the SoundCloud. Joshua LawLuss. On the SoundCloud, I got 1L the mixtape. I got 2L the mixtape. So yeah, just check it out. I have a little bit of clips on like my Facebook and my IG. So if you need a little sample of
What's your IG? Was it LawLuss or?
Yeah, my IG is Hashwa LawLuss.
What?
Hashwa?
Oh, Hash like H.
Yeah, instead of a J.
Yeah, you're gonna have to spell that because
so many
we
words
got some
tonight.
smart. We got some very smart viewers and listeners.
Well,
Yeah.
I feel like my brain has been absolutely
Hashwa,
fried.
just HOSHUA. Hashwa.
Hashwa
And LawLuss.
LawLuss. Okay.
Underscore LawLuss. Yeah.
LUSS, not
Yeah, so
LES.
LAWLUSS.
There you go. We're gonna teach these motherfuckers marketing out here at some point.
All right.
Yeah,
So,
I was trying to link up and like, man, I know you got all the secrets, the tips, the knowledge.
I got
Man.
quite a few.
well, he's got all the knowledge. Fucking Peter does.
I wish
Jesus
I
Christ.
had the money to go along with all the knowledge, but we're working. It's a work in progress.
Give us
One
the
day
money.
at a time. There's a podcast, Fresh and Fit, and I don't know if you guys ever heard of that, but it's part of this thing called Red Pill or Manosphere, whatever. But no, they were like a really tiny ass small podcast, like they blew up over like, I don't know, probably since January they really like got big. But they started in, I would say around July or June of last year. And it's just like, you never really know when that growth might happen, but
Yeah.
if you keep it consistent, yeah.
Well, consistently, we've probably been 2 years consistently every week.
Yeah, actually, I would say 2 years and a couple of weeks, or this month. August is when we started, or if it hasn't already passed.
We grind, man. Like we put the work in. It's just I don't know. Maybe the right people just haven't seen our shit yet. So I don't know.
So, well, with that being, fucking damn it, I'm gonna say it again.
That's why you're getting that shirt.
Oh my god.
Hey.
Oh yeah.
Kevin, you wanted some swag.
There's the swag. Yeah, there's the swag.
I gotta figure out. You know what? With that being said, I'm gonna have a picture of you with your glasses in black and white, and there's gonna be with that being said over there.
You and your Elton Johns.
All right. Okay, guys. So
With that being said,
okay. So thank you, guys.
hold on.
Oh, well, go ahead. Go ahead.
Can the guest plug something?
I was gonna ask him.
Oh, well, my bad.
Peter, would you like to say any final verbiage that we may not understand before we leave?
Vernacular.
Vernacular. Aloha?
Aloha.
All right.
It means family.
All right. Oh, God.
Family.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for listening to episode 101 of the Mad Scientist Lab podcast. Yes, 101 episodes. I can't believe we're still doing this.
Finally dredging slowly along.
They say the first hole's always the hardest, but we've dug 101 of them. So please, one day we're going to dig and we're going to hit that treasure chest, all right?
Diamonds,
gold, whatever it is.
Where do you get these idioms? Because
he makes them up.
Okay.
Yeah, I literally
They're
speak
100% RJ.
I literally just speak and I don't think. Thank you for listening to episode 101 of the Mad Scientist Lab podcast. As always, it is IRJ, the pizza guy.
Motherfucker.
Along with Jared, the visual mad scientist.
I got news for you. That means you're gay.
and I was going to say Josh is next, but, no, thank you, Josh. Here, thank you, brother, for coming over. Please check out his mixtape. He plugged in the SoundCloud and everything. And Peter, thank you so much for coming over, man. Thank you for the book. I'm sure Jared is very thankful for the subscription. It'll give him something else to listen to.
This is the way.
You are by far the most prolific person to come on here in terms of the amount of knowledge you have when it comes to the things we've discussed tonight. Huh? Yeah. So what he said, right? All right. So thank you guys very much for coming over. Hopefully we can do it again sometime, okay? And we will see you guys next week.
Hey, man, you sent her in here with them titties. What you expect?
I mean, shit. Yeah, I was definitely, tonight.
In 4K, by the way.
I definitely felt the stupidest in my own home that I felt in a long time, all right? So we will see you guys next week for episode 102 of the Mad Scientist Lab podcast. So we will see you guys next week. Always remember, like, share, comment, and subscribe, and be safe. And yeah, cheers. And happy birthday, Greg. Your birthday's on Monday. Happy birthday, buddy.
Damn, so you fucking put everybody's information out.
Well, it's his birthday.
Christ.
I just want him to know that I'm happy. It's his
no
birthday.
expectation of privacy.
Bye, y'all.
Peace. I like the little.
I'm gonna hit you so hard you won't see nothing. Ever, 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 ever.
Audio skulls all day.
The merit scientist lab. The merit scientist lab. The merit scientist lab. The merit scientist lab.
You can't have an opinion on something that you haven't even tried.
Exactly.
The merit scientist lab. The merit scientist lab. The merit scientist